In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Are you looking to upgrade your current self-propelled sprayer? Well, you're in luck. Grossenberg Implement, with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, are offering outstanding deals on all their 2020 and newer John Deere used self-propelled sprayers. Plus, take advantage of a 2-year waiver. Minimum payment is required, followed by a 3-year John Deere standard rate. For more details, visit with one of Grossenberg Implement's sales professionals today, or check out grossenberg.com. Grossenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
At Garrettson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Garrettson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimmatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
In times like these,
And welcome to Centerville. It is game number 3, week 2 here in the South Dakota 2024 Class A and AA in this contest regular season. I'm Charlie Preen, joined by Joe Van Gord, Spencer Bewley on production. We've got a full crew up here in the new press box here in Centerville. We're looking forward to a clash between teams in different classes tonight. The Centerville Tornadoes from Class 9A and the Garretson Blue Dragons in Class 9AA. Joe, excited to be up in the booth with you tonight. Really excited to have Spencer up here running production for us, too. Got a great bit of information and a great pregame put together, as well as some good stuff to talk about during our broadcast, and it should be a great time here in Centerville. And week 2, it's actually the third week of play, but week 2 is what they call it because week 0 is a thing.
Yeah, week 0 is for the start of Class 11B and the 3 9-man schools. But now, finally, into September. And, if you're looking at game number 3, or game number 2, depending on, if you had a week off last week after week 0 games with 11B and the 3 9-man schools, you're just looking to refine things. You're looking for kind of an identity, and it sounds like certainly Centerville has found their identity, but Garrettson is still trying to find theirs.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. We're going to talk about both of these teams in their entirety up to game number 3 now for these two teams. They've both played 2 games fully, and this is now their third. We're going to talk about Garretson first, and a little bit of a bio for the Blue Dragons. So they are hailing from Class 9AA. Yeah, it's a pretty tough class this year, as usual, Joe. Minnehaha County, their average daily membership and Garrettson's 50. Rounded up just a hair, though, but a record of 0-2 in both by way of the 50-point mercy rule. So maybe looking to play a full game here, Joe. Head coach Jerry Wieland has his team. It's his third year, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Blue Dragons as that comes. He's assisted by Tad Heatkamp, Reese Mollenbrink, Tim Hughes, Robbie Aaron, Nathan Shazinski, and Lance Zell. Coming into the game, I asked head coach Jerry Wieland, what's some sticking point for this team? He talked about coming off of 2 seasons, Joe, with 1-7 records, and I played this Garrettson team 2 years ago when they had one of their 1-7 records, and they were a pretty talented team. I have to give it to them. But he says this year it's the senior leadership that's a big part of the transition to trying to be a competitive team, and they start off 0-2. And if they can get the Tornadoes here, it would be a big step for the Blue Dragons.
No doubt about it. And the thing is, though, they have to, certainly have to worry about the opponent, but worry about them getting on track. They have scored some points, and especially in their last game, but they need to find some kind of consistency on offense. And then defense, well, the thing is, in South Dakota, if you're 9-man, 9 times out of 10 you're going to play on a 100-yard field. So if you have a team that you're playing can get to the edge and run down the field, that really puts a strain on your defense, and it sounds like that's what's been happening to Garretson so far.
Yeah, they've played 2 premier teams in the state of South Dakota, and we'll talk about that right now. Let's talk about the schedule for Garretson. They started week 0 at home against the Hanson Beavers, my alma mater, and Hanson took care of business 50-0, and I guess not the greatest showing so far, or at least at that point for the Blue Dragons. But Hanson's a pretty good team. They played a close game to the number 2 or I think number 3 team in Class 9AA, Hamlin. So Hanson's no slough of a team. So that's good competition there early part in the season. And they go last week to DeSmet, they go to DeSmet and lose 72-21. And their 3 scores in that game were interesting. We'll talk about that. But only 2 of them coming on the offensive side. In that regard, they played a pretty good first half, but DeSmet just always a powerhouse, and they lose that one 72-21. Joe, they played 2 really good teams. I mean, you can't hang them there. I mean, they're pretty good teams. You have to give them credit.
Well, you do, and of course there's some games left. Of course, you play an 8-game schedule plus the playoffs and everything, and as you mentioned, Garrettson's been 1-7 the past 2 years, but I'm sure that you can't look at anybody on the schedule, and I think that's true of all of 9-man, whether it be AA, A, or B. You just can't look at a game where we're going to have a decent chance. I mean, or this is going to be our win. Every game on your schedule, I mean, every team's in the same boat, whether you're undefeated at 2-0 or you're 0-2. You've got to, it's the old adage. You got to take one game at a time. You've got to take care of yourselves, and you've got to, the old saying, no turnovers, limit your penalties. You would think by the 3rd game of the season you have your execution down a little bit better than you have, even after the first game. Coaches say sometimes you see the best improvement from one week to the next, and that's probably true of Garretson. They got shut out by Hanson, but they did score 21 points against DeSmet. So their offense did get on the scoreboard last week, and now, like I said, you have to hope to, advance that another step. It's not baby steps. You got to take big steps with a game schedule like Garretson has. But we'll find out certainly within the first couple of possessions where Garretson is at, as opposed to the first 2 games on offense.
Yeah, for sure. You're to see Garretson spread things out today, Joe. They play with a 2 receiver to one side, tight end to the opposite side type of formation. Consistently in there, but as you mentioned, Joe, looking at their schedule moving forward, this is no slough of a schedule. They have one of the toughest schedules that I've looked at this year. You look at it after Centerville, you have undefeated teams after the Viborg-Hurley game moving forward. So that's a tough schedule. Howard number 1 in Class 9A this year too. I mean, Garrettson definitely going to try to get their first win of the season right here in probably one of their games that they feel they're most favored in moving forward.
And, looking at the numbers, certainly Garretson, it's not, for their enrollment, their ADM, they've got, a 9AA team, but it obviously they don't have, it appears, the depth that Centerville does. But, of course, these days, and it has been true for a long time, teams will not only list their seniors, juniors, and sophomores, but they'll list their freshmen as well. And, another key for Garretson is to stay healthy. They can't lose a key player or a key. They can't lose a key lineman because a lot of these guys that play on offense play on defense, and they're going to get, things are going to get a little heated and probably tired. So you also have to hope that it's still that part of the season where you have that heat timeout in the middle of a quarter. You have to use your timeouts wisely to give your guys a rest.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, it's 71 degrees here in Centerville. It's a pretty nice night.
Oh, it's a great night.
It's cool for the week, or third or second week, I guess, considering what it is. But the third game of the year, we'll have 6 mile-an-hour winds coming from essentially straight out of the north. Well, we're going to step aside, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Centerville and a little bit more about them and their schedule looking forward. Stick around, because when we come back, we're going to learn a little bit more about the Tornadoes, and we'll be about 20 minutes away from kickoff here in Centerville. You're listening to Centerville Tornadoes Live on Live Ticket TV.
It's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Are you looking to upgrade your current self-propelled sprayer? Well, you're in luck. Grossenberg Implement, with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, are offering outstanding deals on all their 2020 and newer John Deere used self-propelled sprayers. Plus, take advantage of a 2-year waiver. Minimum payment is required, followed by a 3-year John Deere standard rate. For more details, visit with one of Grossenberg Implement's sales professionals today, or check out grossenberg.com. Grossenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
And welcome back to Centerville. We're approaching kickoff here in the clash between 9A and 9AA teams. Should be a fun one tonight, Joe. We're going to talk about the home team on the scoreboard, the Centerville Tornadoes. And Centerville coming into this one 1-1, coming out of Class 9A, Turner County, South Dakota. They have 34 males, and they, as you mentioned earlier, that's pretty darn good if you look across the field to the other team in Garretson. They're a 9AA team with 16 more males in their average daily membership, and Centerville has a considerable amount more kids out for high school football. So that's a good look for Centerville with only 34. That's pretty much their whole high school's out for football.
Right. Well, and of course they've got great participation, across the board. In another radio and stream life, I've actually done Centerville the last couple seasons. Last year when they opened up with Alcester-Hudson in week 0, and then 2 years ago at Alcester-Hudson when they opened up with Centerville in week 0. So kind of familiar with the Tornadoes. See some familiar names there, and of course, so far this year they're off to a great start.
Yeah, absolutely. They received votes in the media poll not this week, but the week previous, and we'll go into more depth about the media poll in a little later segment. But they looked pretty good after they beat the Dubrook Dolphins in week 0, the defending runner-ups in Class 9A. It was a pretty good look for the Tornadoes. Everyone around the state started to say, hey, you know what, let's maybe take a little bit more respect for this team, and I think they had that. They were at one point, if you want to call it, the 6th-ranked team in the state, but then dropped out of their rankings after the loss last week to Alcester-Hudson. Tornadoes are head coached by Kyle Braun, assisted by Peyton Heyer and Dave Reuter. You'll see Tucker Tornberg. I think he's actually out on the 40-yard line right now for the Tornadoes. He's going to be up in the booth. He is the, as he called it 2 weeks ago, the home team assistant coach, where he really only comes to the home games. He'll be up in the booth to our left tonight on the headset talking to head coach Kyle Brown. Excuse me, I got that wrong. But Kyle Brown, he'll be communicating with them. I think Peyton Heyer has a headset as well. But yeah, these two teams about to do battle. Let's talk about Centerville and their schedule. We mentioned briefly who they've played, but here's their schedule. They're 1-1. They had a pretty. The score doesn't reflect the game, Joe. I will say that. Centerville dominated the game, 37-26, but a lot of Dubrook's touchdowns came off of busted coverage and just late scores where Centerville just tried to coast out of that one, and they did. Your final score, 37-26 for that one. And then you'll look at their last week game and kind of ask what happened. I mean, obviously you can't let 70 points go up.
Well, no, you can't. You score 44 points, especially in a 9-man game. You probably have a pretty decent chance to win. But just like I mentioned, I've seen Alcester-Hudson as well in week 0 games last year and 2 years ago. And, of course, they advanced far into the 9-man playoffs. I believe they got upset at home. I think maybe in the quarterfinals or the semifinals of their class. But no, Alcester-Hudson has, certainly got a good string going. But, of course, with the Tornadoes there, they've been building. Obviously it takes some time. You kind of records that you have, like from a couple years ago to last year to this year, a 1-1 start has to make Coach Brown happy, depending on the kind of schedule that he has.
Yeah, the second year for head coach Kyle Brown. I asked him a couple weeks ago what's some sticking points about this team? What's some fun stuff? And he said, we graduated 6 guys from their team for this team last year, which is quite a few in 9-man football, I will say, and a lot of them played. They had 12 guys eligible for their season opener last year, and that's one thing I want to go back to in just a bit, but numbers has been the thing for Centerville for the longest time. But this year, with the numbers they did have, they went up to the SDSU team camp, which is a pretty good 9-man team camp. We went 2 summers ago when I played for the Hanson Beavers, and it was a really competitive camp ran by South Dakota State, and it was fun. It was a really nice thing, but it was competitive, and it helps your team get a good look against some really good competition. Then they played in the Lennox 7-on-7 league this year, which is a league run out of Lennox, which is essentially just 7-on-7, and it helps out with your timing and your passing, and you're going to see that tonight. The comeback routes and the digs and the out routes, they're ran to perfection. Alec Austin knows when his receivers are going to make that cut just because of the 7-on-7 they've played, Joe, and you're going to see that tonight. But the Tornadoes, they put some work in this summer.
Yeah, they certainly did. And, when you get together for fall camp, these days you get a little bit longer for fall camp. Obviously 11B and the 9-man schools started on a Thursday in August, and then the rest of the classes, 11A, 11AA, 11AAA, started on the following Monday. But they had 2 full weeks, and to build off of what they did on the 7-on-7 camps and everything like that. Obviously they picked up things that and you have a chance to work with your team during the summertime. It's limited. But then again, you do get a chance to work with the guys that are returning for you beginning in June.
Yeah, some big names on both sides tonight. We'll talk about those big names and the polls coming up in both 9A and 9AA when we come back. You're listening to game number 3 for the Centerville Tornadoes and the Garretson Blue Dragons on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
And welcome back to Centerville as we are about 11 minutes away from starting lineups. Both teams getting pretty warm here, getting loose, and actually Centerville over in the shade on the west side of the field. But let's talk about these two teams and the rankings in their class per the media. So let's talk about 9A first, and here is the ranking on your screen, 1 through 5, and a couple receiving votes. The poll is shifting around a little bit, but it's pretty set towards the top, Joe.
No doubt, and Howard is obviously the class of Class 9A, but Wall is showing up well, representing West River is there, and really 3 through 5, and then the teams that receive votes or something are at least have a win. I mean, I can't see you in week 3 being ranked or anything like that with an 0-2 mark, unless you played some, good teams in your class or in other classes as well. We were talking about Alcester Hudson. They're receiving votes. Gayville Vollen receiving votes. They have a big game at home against Viborg Hurley tonight, but of course that is a different class.
Yeah, at Viborg Hurley, the 5th team in 9AA. We'll talk about that in just a minute. I do want to point out one thing. Chester is 1-0. They've played one game and got a vote in the poll this week, so you got to wonder where that comes from. But I think Chester is not being slept on right now. But if you look back, the team that Centerville lost to last week, Alcester-Hudson, picking up 5 votes in the poll and only 8 out of being in the top 5. So they're getting some respect for sure, and I think it makes Centerville's 24-point loss look a little bit more respectable.
Well, you got Warner, who was in the Dome last year, and you got Woolsey Wessington, who jumps every couple of years, it seems like, from 9B to 9A. They got a first place vote.
That's crazy.
So yeah, well, but like I said, it's the media poll is voted on by a lot of the media in South Dakota, and there are tendencies for the media, depending on which part of the state that you're from, that they'll get try to get their team a little love and everything. And I, of course, in another radio and stream life, I did Yankton High School, and Yankton was always, I think, with the exception of one year, always in the top 5. But of course, when you have teams in 11 AA like Pierre, who has won 7 titles in a row, setting a record, everybody's looking up to Pierre. But in the other classes, especially the 9-man classes, unless you have a really dominant team like Canastota was in the past, and of course Freeman Canastota, worked together for a couple years. But there are teams that will make the Dome. They didn't quite get to the championship trophy, but they do have a lot returning back. But you'll find that toward the middle of the season, things will kind of straighten out as far as the polls, as the games that these top teams play.
And a big shout out to our 605 Sports affiliate. Ryan Deal runs the polls for the football media.
Yes, he does.
So let's move on to the 9AA poll, which is where Garrettson resides this year in classification. It's pretty top-heavy in this class. Hamlin is the number 2 team after being number 2 last week. The only movement here was Hill City jumping up in the top 5, Joe.
Well, Parkston is good. Really good. And they have showed it so far with their results and everything. Viborg Hurley, I thought, had a great win at Canastota, although, hearing that Canastota, without Freeman now, maybe a little down because now Freeman is with, Freeman Academy and Marion.
Right there,
there.
They got votes.
And they got 5 votes. Yeah, Freeman, Marion, Freeman Academy. But Canastota is certainly missing, that part of their team that came from Freeman, who is now, and maybe so, rightfully so, that Freeman is with Freeman Academy and Marion. Hamlin, they play good, tough football up there in northeast South Dakota. Elkton Lake Benton, that's kind of a unique co-op with a South Dakota team and a Minnesota team or Minnesota school nearby. That's been always intrigued me over the years. Hill City is repping well in the Black Hills, and as I mentioned, Viborg Hurley had a good win to open up the season at Canastota, but I thought took a step back in their loss last week. But they have I think they'll have a tough one at Gayville-Vollen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, all portions of the state being represented in this week's 9AA media poll. When we come back, we're going to get into some players to watch as well as starting lineups. We're about 5 minutes away from starting lineups here in Centerville. You're listening to week 3 or game number 3 here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Centerville as we're getting some starting lineups and both teams announcing the offenses tonight. And We'll talk about Garretson first. You're going to see them spread things out, Joe, and we'll start at the top. Number 3, Jackson Aaron, the 5'9", 140-pound sophomore wide receiver. Number 4, Colin Olson, the 6'1", 175-pound sophomore wide receiver. Number 6, Trayton Decker, the 6'5", 215-pound senior tight end. He has both of the touchdown passes, or both of the touchdown receptions on the season for Garretson. He's their go-to guy. He's a big body out there and can move really well. He's the guy to look out for if you're Garretson tonight. Number 17, Cole Jessen, the 5'10", 145-pound senior quarterback. Number 23, Ian Bittner, the 175-pound, 6-foot-tall senior tight end. Number 30, Brock Bonte, the 160-pound senior running back. He stands 5'11". Number 44, Cole Schleter, the 185-pound junior guard, stands 5'11". Number 51, Martin Welch, the 205-pound senior guard, stands 6'2". And rounding things out, the sophomore, number 66, Tanner Bates. He is a 5'11", 285-pound center. And that's the starting lineups for the offense for Garretson. Now we'll talk about the starting lineups for Centerville. If you watched our first home game stream, absolutely nothing has changed as far as starting lineups, but here they are. Miles Eide, number 1, he is the wide receiver. He will play some running back as well. You'll see him move around all over. He has a pretty good rushing resume so far through their first 2 games. You'll see him move around. He'll be the back or the tailback in the I form when the Tornadoes go to that tonight. Number 3, Noah Schoenfelder, the 170-pound, 5'11" junior wide receiver. Number 5, Alec Austin, the 6'2", 205-pound junior quarterback. Number 9, Corbin Topol, the 6', 160-pound junior running back. Number 10, Charlie Eide, the 5'6", 180-pound sophomore center. Number 11, Jace Brower, the 5'11", 135-pound senior wide receiver. Number 20, Travis Hybertson, the 5'8", 165-pound senior guard. Number 33, James Buckneberg. He's listed as a running back. I'd call him the following: a running back, a fullback, a tight end, and a slot guy, an F, if you will. In
a Swiss Army knife is what you're getting at. Okay.
But you'll see him line up in the backfield more times than not. But he's wears number 33. Nolan Fisher rounds out the 9th player for the Tornadoes. He wears number 85. He's a 6'3", 215-pound freshman guard. So those are your starting lineups as both teams, I think Centerville is ready to go, but clock is ticking down. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some players to watch for this one, and then we'll have our national anthem coin toss, and we're playing football here in Centerville. So we'll be back in 30 seconds on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
And welcome back to Centerville as we await the kickoff of this one. And again, Centerville already lined up for starting lineups. I don't think Garretson wants to get going right quite yet. They're practicing point after attempts as the boot put into that one. Their kicker, Tyler Erickson, puts a boot into that one, and now it looks like they're getting ready. But we're going to talk about some players to watch for this one. For Garretson, it's the quarterback, Cole Jessen. He has done it all for Garretson, Joe, through their one successful game, if you will, offensively.
Yep, scoring 21 points last week against DeSmet. Yeah, Cole Jessen with 184 passing yards, a couple touchdowns. He's 50% and averaging almost 7 yards a completion. Certainly with the kind of defense that Centerville will play, Jessen has got to react quickly and get his reads very early, probably a second or two faster than he has the first couple weeks.
Yeah, Jessen, he's listed as a quarterback and defensive back. He will get in a little bit, but they try to keep him off the field. On the other side, however, a guy you won't see taken off the field for Centerville is Alec Austin. He's the definition of a playmaker for the Tornadoes. I mean, in the one game that I got to do for him earlier this year, 2 weeks ago, he had 2.5 sacks as well, but he does the quarterbacking duties for the Tornadoes. He's quite the athlete, Joe.
Yeah, and all-around athlete. Seen him in football, seen him in basketball, seen him in track as well. So, when you get that all-around athlete that can do it all, I think you have to start with Alec Austin.
Yeah, you'll see him move around today. He's listed as a quarterback linebacker for the Tornadoes. He was an edge, Joe. He was an edge in the first game, moved to linebacker second game, and is listed as a linebacker for this one. So they moved another player in to play defensive line, and officially I can say that they moved Corbin Topol, who is now in the starting lineup for the defense. So it is a 4-down lineman set no matter what is ran. We're going to get to starting lineups here for both of these teams as we already went over them, but we'll just throw them up on stream for you, and then we're going to step aside for National Anthem, and when we come back, we're going to have the coin toss and some storylines heading up into this game.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimmatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Are you looking to upgrade your current self-propelled sprayer? Well, you're in luck. Grossenberg Implement, with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, are offering outstanding deals on all their 2020 and newer John Deere used self-propelled sprayers. Plus, take advantage of a 2-year waiver. Minimum payment is required, followed by a 3-year John Deere standard rate. For more details, visit with one of Grossenberg Implement's sales professionals today, or check out grossenberg.com. Grossenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
And welcome back to Centerville as the national anthem is in the books. 12 minutes put on the clock, and we are now awaiting the coin toss. Again, I'm Charlie Preen, joined by Joe Van Gore and Spencer Bealey on production. We hope you guys enjoyed our pregame show, and we're going to put the wraps on this thing, Joe. Here we go. Some storylines heading into this one. Let's talk about a resilience test in this one. Which team is going to rebound after losses for Garretson? It was 2 weeks in a row, and Centerville, they lost last week. Can Centerville's offense prove that they can get things done, and can Garretson move the ball? That's the question, Joe.
Well, as you mentioned, they're both coming off losses, and Garrettson's been outscored by plenty. And then Centerville losing to Alcester Hudson last week, 70-44. Like we said, Garretson has got to, really play sound defense against the Centerville team, which can do a lot of things. Limit the turnovers. You don't want any turnovers to turn into scores. You don't want a bunch of penalties. That would definitely slow you down as well.
And let's talk about a clash of offensive philosophies. I don't know if I would call any of these philosophies anything besides air raid. If you look at the statistical categories, they really don't run the ball with efficiency, either team. You'll see Centerville line up on the I form every once in a while in the position that they need to, but they're explosive. Both teams are in the passing attack. For Centerville, they're led by quarterback Alec Austin, who has thrown for 678 yards and 8 touchdowns in just 2 games. And he faces a Garretson defense, which has struggled to contain both the pass and the run. On the flip side, Garretson needs to find a way to generate offense against Centerville's defense that's shown a lot of vulnerability, especially last week.
Well, and the result of the coin toss, Charlie, Centerville has won the toss. They have elected to receive, so they'll be moving right to left as you're seeing it in the first quarter here on the live ticket TV. Garretson will be kicking off, moving left to right as you're seeing it here on live ticket TV. And just to complete the thought, our officiating crew tonight, our referee is Scott Oshner. Tony Waterman is the umpire. Back judge Nathan Oshner. Head linesman Jason Seitz. And the line judge is Dane Block. So we will see right away Centerville on offense. And, we haven't really talked a lot about the other third special teams. Special teams, field position will be doubly important for Garretson tonight. They cannot give Centerville a short field to work with on offense.
I think we've got to watch this here because Centerville, they're going to pull out all the stops against this team, and they do some fun stuff on the kickoff. At least they're expected to. And I think Garretson knows that as well. They were working on some squib kicks to kick off. For Garretson is going to be Tyler Erickson. He will do the point after attempt duties as well. Back for Centerville is Miles Eide and Noah Schoenfelter. Here's the boot. They short kick it, and it's going to be off the chest of Corbin Topol, but collected. And the Tornadoes will start this drive right on the 35-yard line.
Well, didn't surprise me that they kicked it deep, but the thing is, once that goes 10 yards, it's a live ball. You've got to fall on it or pick it up and hang on to it. but Centerville's got great field position to start. 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Yeah, off the chest of their running back, Corbin Topol. And as they say, they don't run I formation very often. Here they are. Miles Eide, the tailback, Bucknerberg, the fullback. They hand it off right side. And here goes Miles Eide down the right side. He's going to go up the sideline. He's still going, and he slips a tackle. Gets out of bounds at the 46-yard line, but they're in Blue Dragon territory. The Tornadoes are moving the ball already, Joe.
Yep, 19 yards just like that. And we talked about, Garretson has to play contain on the edge. But, 19 yards on a first play of the game. Like I said, Garrettson's really got to be sound and run defense.
The same thing the other direction, Joe, as a handoff to Eide again for positive yardage on the near side, just about to the hashes. Maybe a gain of about 5 yards on first down, and Miles Eide having a pretty good game in the I formation so far. A pretty tight formation. I wonder if the Tornadoes truly planned on coming out in the I formation and saying, hey, we're going to run the ball and dominate you up front.
Well, the defensive end, Brock Bonte, with that last stop for Garretson, and so second and about 4.5 or 5.
Really spread out up front here. Now we're in the gun. Austin with Bucknerberg to his right. He steps back to pass. Pump fakes a man. He's still in the pocket, moving around. He's going to throw one on the run. Wow, and he had Jace Brower wide open. That's uncharacteristic for Alec Austin. He doesn't miss those passes very often.
Well, he was trying to isolate him that time, and probably got a little excited on how wide open he really was. But now here's a big down for the Garretson defense. 3rd and 5 from the Garretson 41.
And you'll see the Tornadoes go to the mesh concept consistently. Here is Austin in the gun, empty set. They shift. Now Bucknerberg goes to the backfield, and he's going to send Schoenfelder back to the left side. He's got 2 men to his right, 1 to his left tight end on the right side. Here's the snap. Austin in the gun. He stays in the pocket and throws that one high and over top of Corbin Topol. And 2 incompletions from Alec Austin. Just very uncharacteristic right now from him. He is 0 for 2 in the passing department.
Well, this is 4-down territory. I think, when you're past the 50, it's 4-down territory. Because, even though if you don't get it, you're not really giving up great field position for the other team to start an offense. But you have to convert, too.
They have to convert, no question. And Austin is the punter. It could be a pooch punt. They have trips to the right now. Austin, he's going to go out and run to the right. He's got plenty of room. He's on the run now. Austin dives and has first down yardage. And the contain on the, the far side for us, Martin Welch just got sucked in there. And Austin goes right around it for a first down.
Well, he had plenty of green on that side. I just wonder why he took so long to decide to run. But 1st and 10 at the 31 for Centerville in Garretson territory.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Your eyes are up the field. You don't look what's in front of you. We're back to the I formation again. Bucknerberg behind him. A man in motion. That's Brower. They hand it off Bucknerberg, the fullback, in the A-gap left side, and he will get a pretty good chunk of yardage there. And Bucknerberg usually doesn't get the handoff out of that unless it's really short yardage, but he picks up 8 stumbling forward for 2nd and 3. They'll call it a 7-yard gain.
Yep, just over 2 minutes gone in the game. No score, but Centerville on their opening possession, a good drive going as they started at their own 35.
Tight end to the left side in Schoenfelder, and a run to Bucknerberg again is going to be for a bit of positive yardage, but not a whole lot. It's going to be 3rd and short, and we'll see what the Tornadoes do, see if they stay in the I formation again. And they've ran more I formation here in this first quarter than I've expected them to run in this whole game.
Yep, 3rd and very short. Defensive end for Garretson, Martin Welch did a good job of sailing off that edge and getting the stop.
In for Garretson is Cole Schleter on the defensive line here. It's 3rd and short. Austin in the gun, takes the snap and hands it off to Bucknerberg, who goes left and spins around a little bit, but he picks up first down yardage. And they will have the opportunity to pick up another first down as they're about on the 12 or 11-yard line in Garrettson Blue Dragon territory.
Yeah, I've been spoiled in doing football, whether it be upper level high school or college. Love numbers on the field.
Yeah.
But sometimes the angle and you got to be you can get close.
Trips to the left of Austin here. He fakes the handoff. Play action. He's got a corner out that's going to be open if it drops in there. And Austin couldn't drop it in the bucket. Miles Eide, the intended receiver. And again, Austin misses. That was a tough ball, though. Really good coverage there from Garretson.
Well, had him open in the end zone, but just let him a little bit too much. If he would have caught that, it would have been on the southeast side of the track.
That a bench concept there from the Tornadoes. It didn't quite hit home, and the call in there, the wide receivers, they knew the call before everybody else, so they moved out to the right. Trips to the left, or to the right now of Alec Austin on the far side. He claps for the snap, flips it out. Buckneberg, who kind of stumbles when he gets it. Good block thrown by Nolan Fisher. Buckneberg still going, and he will stumble forward for a good gain. It'll bring up third down, but it's third and manageable on the 3-yard line of the Blue Dragons. They have gone to that a couple times in the past. They like that little shovel pass, if you want to call it a toss, I guess, and getting their guy out in open space and a good block thrown by Nolan Fisher up there too.
Well, you want that balance between the pass and the run, and so far Centerville has shown that, and it's worked pretty well.
Got to respect the pass as well, and I think you have to respect Alec Austin. He has 678 yards through the air so far this year. Austin claps for the snap, and we're going to have a man moving early.
Yep. Illegal procedure or false start, if you will. It's kind of evolved how the call is, and that's our first penalty of the game. It's evolved from illegal procedure to false start. Now, of course, if you watched the game last night between the Ravens and the Chiefs, you found now illegal formation
on your offensive line.
And strange that the Ravens got called for it more than the Chiefs did.
It's the same call. Alec Austin takes it and calls his own number, and it's going to be real close to the stick. They're going to call it first down yardage, and it's going to be first and goal now for the Tornadoes on the Garretson 2-yard line. And it was the same exact play call, same exact formation. Alec Austin fakes the jet motion and takes it himself up the A-gap on the left side and gets some first down yardage now for the Tornadoes. And they're back into the I formation. On the right, split out is Jace Brower. They go Alec Austin, quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Tornadoes. Great play design and a great drive thrown together from the Tornadoes as they punch their first score in of the game, and it's 6-0, and the Tornadoes used a pretty good field position to march down the field, Joe.
That's right. Pretty simple. 65-yard drive, mixing the run and the pass, and had a couple big plays in that drive, and now they will go for 2.
Yes, they do have the opportunity, or at least the kicking duty or possibility to have a point after attempt. It's going to be an option to the left. Austin sticks the ball out, and it crosses the plane. The two-point conversion attempt is good. Your score with 7:13 left to go first quarter, 8-0. The Centerville Tornadoes lead the Garrettson Blue Dragons. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today, and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
A 65-yard drive from the Tornadoes on their first possession of the game ends in a score, an Alec Austin quarterback sneak, and he punches it in. Your score 8-0. Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons early first quarter action. Joe, let's talk about that drive from the Tornadoes. They moved the ball efficiently just through on the ground and not through the air.
And they used about 5 minutes, and here's kind of a pooch kick. And it goes out of bounds, and, well, of course, you can take it where it did go out of bounds, and if I was Garretson, I would take it where it went out of bounds.
They have done that
instead of making them go 5 yards back. I think for them, or maybe it's 5 yards from the spot where it went out. I'm little rusty.
35 is high school rule.
Right. Well, no, it'll be. They'll start at the 35. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that, but Schoenfelter kicks that thing out of bounds 9 times out of 10. It is weird. But Garrettson can't take the kick back, so we'll work with it. They start at the 35, or actually the 40-yard line is what they move it up to now. I don't know if I would do that again.
Well, now you got to answer. I mean, you got to answer in some way or have a good opening offensive set.
Jessen, he's going to call his own number, quarterback sneak himself, and they're going to try to get on Alec Verdov and Nolan Fisher right away. Inside, the D tackles have their work cut out for him today. A pretty good offensive line in Garretson. Martin Welch, Tanner Bates, and Cole Schleter up front for Garretson. Senior, sophomore, junior up front for the Blue Dragons.
Well, as you said, the Blue Dragons have been more successful passing than running. Well, you always use the run to set up the pass.
Well, a 7-yard quarterback sneak helps too.
Yeah, it does.
Here's 2nd and 3. A single back formation again. A pitch to the left side. Here goes Bonte. Bonte makes a man miss and gets about a yard of positive gain or positive yardage. And it'll be 3rd and about 1.
Yeah, but that's for your opening drive of the game, and you're just about to midfield. That's a good situation for Garretson.
Garretson has converted 2 third downs all year. They're 28.5% on third down. Again, same formation, single back, a couple men to the left of Jessen. And it's going to be a quarterback sneak again, and I don't think he got it according to the far official. And it might even be called for a loss. They're going to call it net even, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, no gain that time. But I have no doubt Garretson will go for it here. Like I said, you can't afford to fall behind 2 scores, 3 scores, and not really get anything done on offense yourself here. But tell you what, boy, it'll be interesting to see if they try the middle again or they go wide.
No deep safeties for Centerville. Here it is, 4th and short. Hard count maybe. And they do run it, and Centerville maybe stops them. It's going to be close.
I think they did. Because he had to get just across the 50 into Centerville territory, and that's going to be about a half-yard shot.
Both officials are marking that short, and it's going to be a turnover on down. So Garretson still has not converted a 3rd or a 4th down conversion all year, Joe.
Well, it's hard to tell. I mean, but like I said, you want to try to give your offense something to build on. And boy, 3 straight runs. Right up the middle, and a 4th that doesn't get you a first down. Now, the Garretson defense really got to dig in.
Yeah, both teams kind of odd as far as formations. Jessen running a lot of quarterback sneaks, and for the Tornadoes, they're back in the I formation again. It's just not expected, and we'll see what they do on first down. A play action. Austin makes a man miss. He's going to throw it, and he's got a man wide open. Jace Brower on the mesh. He was open on the Dragon. He has close to first down yardage, and Brower was just sitting there waiting, and it was a good deal that Austin shook that first tackle because he had a man streaking across the middle in Jace Brower.
Well, why isn't Centerville lining up on the ball unless there's a flag, and I don't see any? I mean, yeah, they've got a first down, and now officials timeout. I don't know if there was a flag or not.
I don't know.
Because, Centerville was walking back to, the huddle now they're just resetting the chains and the first down marker. But I thought a flag was flown. That's why Centerville wasn't, coming up to the line too quick.
So after the officials get things sorted out, Austin in the gun. He has Eide to the left. He's going to flip it out to Eide. And the same thing they ran earlier with Buchtenberg. Eide makes a man miss, makes another man miss, and in the process throws number 51, Martin Welch, to the ground. But he picks up 4 or maybe 5 on the first down toss, if you want to call it that.
And now coming up on 4 minutes to go in the first quarter here in Centerville as Centerville leads. Garretson 8-0 here on Live Ticket TV. And, of course, a lot of great sponsors bringing you Tornado football and Tornado athletics throughout the school year. So great to be with you guys tonight, and we'll see what happens here.
Alec Austin came over to head coach Kyle Brown on the sideline. Took a long time, and we're going to have a delay of game called, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, illegal. Delay of game is this, I thought.
Yeah, delay. No, well.
Or is it this? Okay, it is.
Yeah, it was delay a game.
That's what I thought.
Sometimes white hats will change the mechanic of the call a little bit.
It's close, but yeah.
Because if you go one hand, it's a legal substitution. But yeah, delay a game or close to that. Yeah.
Austin in the gun, Eide to his right. They're going to fake the pitch this time, and here goes Austin. He calls his own number, and he's tripped up. A great tackle made by Jackson Aaron. He's their leading tackler. He comes into this one with 11 tackles on the season, 7 solo. And he threw his body out on the line and trips up Alec Austin, and now it's 3rd and a long 6. 3:54. First quarter. Austin's going to be in an empty set here. Miles Eide to the far side. Here's the snap. They go to Brower. And Brower takes the tunnel screen for a few yards. They needed more than that. It's going to be 4th and about 2. And I assume the Tornadoes are going to stay out there, Joe. What do we got for scores across the state, though?
Well, in 9A, we talked about the matchup, Viborg-Hurley and Gayville-Vollen. Well, Viborg-Hurley's already got a 22-0 lead over Gayville-Vollen. A minute to go, left to go in the first quarter. Alcester-Hudson leads Irene-Wakanda 8-0. 9 minutes to go, first quarter there.
Some considerable scores that mean a lot. Austin shakes the tackle and again has a man open on the crosser. It's caught by Corbin Topol. Corbin comes from the left side in the slot and across. Nobody takes him on the drag. It's a first down for the Tornadoes, and they keep the chains moving. That's their second 4th down conversion tonight and their 8th on the season. They were 75% on 4th down coming into this one. Here's a 1st and 10 now on the 25-yard line, far hash. Austin with Buchtenberg to his left. He claps for the snap. Maybe a man went early on the left side. Austin has to throw that one out, and was it in the area of Miles Eide? That's the question. I think they call it that, but some really good pressure there from the Garrettson defensive line.
Well, we've seen that a couple times, on the first or second play of this drive for Centerville. One of the Blue Dragon defenders had a hold of the leg of Alec Austin, and Austin managed to get the pass off and complete it. But, no, Garrettson's got, they got some pressure going, and I think that's what's important for them to slow this Centerville offense down.
2nd and 10, it's a counter, and running around in the backfield is Miles Eide. He's going to try to get positive yardage. He doesn't even get back to the stick. It's going to be a loss of about 2. And the counter play was all over the place. I'm not sure if the pulling guard made things happen. It might have been a trap play. It was so tight on the inside, but the guard couldn't make the kick out, and there were Blue Dragons all over in the backfield.
Yep, play was out of bounds, so 2:27 left to go first quarter. Centerville 8 and Garretson nothing. The Tornadoes with a third down and long.
Austin in the empty set, trips to his left. He takes the snap. Buchtenberg stays in the block. He's going to throw it far left side. He's got a man, but just can't hit him. Miles Eide gets a hand on it, and it brings up 4th and long. Austin, I mean, those longer passes, he has just not been on the mark today. And you can see him out there vividly frustrated.
Well, 4th and 11. And Coach Brown saying, okay, here's our best 4th and 11 play. Because I don't think they've had a 4th down and more than 10 so far this season.
Yeah, 8 4th down conversions on the season. This one probably the most difficult. Austin in the gun, calls a man in motion. That's Schoenfelter. We're going to have a whistle blown and a timeout called by head coach Kyle Brown. So we'll step aside along with him. We'll be back in 1 minute. Your score 8-0. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Centerville as it's 4th and 11. The Tornadoes in Blue Dragon territory, but they got to get things done here. They're on the Blue Dragon 31-yard line. Austin in the empty set. He puts a man in motion. That's Schoenfelter. Now there's trips to the left. Austin steps back to pass, looks at the deep corner route. He's going to take it himself. He needs 11 yards. He gets rid of a tackler, goes over a man, and he will pick up the first down. Alec Austin does it himself and moves it with his legs, which the Tornadoes have done quite consistently tonight.
Well, that's, a 4th and long in your opponent's territory there. But, Alec Austin did a good job with his reads. Found that guys were covered, and so he had to kind of tiptoe, but he got the 1st and goal.
He loaded up for that corner out as he looked at it, and then he didn't take it and decided to run. Buchtenberg to the right of Austin. He hands that off on the read option. Buchtenberg rolling forward, and he will pick up a nice gain and get it on about the 1-yard line. Tornadoes on the doorstep again.
Yep. And with about, 90 seconds left to go first quarter, 8-0 Centerville, but the Tornadoes with a 2nd and goal from the Garretson 1.
Will we see an Alec Austin deja vu moment here? Yes, we will. Austin, quarterback sneak is in there. Alec Austin, instead of going left, goes right this time on the quarterback sneak. And the Tornadoes get on the board again. Your score now 14-0. The Tornadoes moving the ball just about in the opposite way they usually do, on the ground. But they're making it happen.
Well, they have 2 sustained drives, one 65 yards, one 50 yards after Garretson gave it up on downs near midfield there. And, like I said, Centerville not in a hurry. They're just grinding it out, trying to wear this Garretson defense down.
Good push up front from Charlie Eide and Travis Hybertson on the right side. It's a play action. A bootleg to the right side. Austin's going to walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion and put his shoulder into Jackson Aaron in the process. Austin running the show right now. It's 16-0. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
Welcome back to Centerville. Your score 16-0. They lead the Garretson Blue Dragons after an interesting rushing attack, Joe. 3 rushing touchdowns in the entire season through 2 games, and they have 2 in the first quarter. The Tornadoes moving the ball very efficiently and sustaining their drives as well.
Well, like I said, Garretson, now you're down 2 scores and need to respond.
And the question is how do they respond? Jessen was the man they looked for early. They tried the onside kick, right side.
And I think they've got it.
No, I think he stepped out first. We'll see what they call. Beal, you got a replay of that? There's a flag thrown. Did he step out? We're going to have a conversation. Coach Brown pretty upset. It's not looking like it's going to go towards the way of the Tornadoes. I thought he might have stepped out with his left foot before he got to it, but what a great onside kick.
Well, like I said, first kickoff was a pooch kick. Now this one, the question is, did it go 10 yards? And I think it did.
We'll see. And it looks like the defense
look, let's take a look at the spot.
They called an illegal formation on the Tornadoes. Or illegal procedure.
Yeah.
Well, single back formation again. Bonte with the club on his right arm on the near hash. They'll start on the 50-yard line, or 49 and a half, if you will. They hand it off on the right side, and a good blitzing linebacker in there for the tackle is number 10 for the Tornadoes, which I believe is Charlie Eide. So Charlie Eide gets in there and makes the tackle. He's playing a defensive tackle role. It's like he's in for Nolan Fisher right now, and I'm going to do a wellness check on Nolan Fisher. He's actually in the game. So who we missing? Corbin Topol, that's who. Here's 2nd and 11. In the gun, empty set is Jessen. Looks like a screen. A lot of men going back. He's going to throw one up. Jessen has a receiver. It's caught. Number 4, Colin Olson, with first down yardage on the far side. First down for the Blue Dragons, and their first movement of the game comes on a nice pass and a good pocket set, really, for the Blue Dragons, and a lot of over-pursuing Tornadoes in the process.
Well, they're into Centerville territory for the first time, and boy, you got to give Garrettson's quarterback, Cole Jessen, a lot of credit. He had a lot of guys in his face, and he still got the pass off. But now, flags.
10?
No,
they have 9. No, legal procedure.
False start or procedure or something.
He was too far back, Joe.
Yeah.
Left tackle or right tackle left end was too far back. So 16 seconds to go. First quarter action. Your score again 16-0. Tornadoes have moved the ball very efficiently and sustained some long drives. Garretson now, this is their second possession of the ball game. Jessen looks to be in the empty set now. He's got tight end to his left, twins to the right side. Here's the 1st and 15. Jessen takes the snap, steps way back. It's like a 7, 8, 9-step drop. He's going to throw one up. He's got a man. Good coverage there. Alec Austin is sticky all over Trey Decker, the intended receiver for the Blue Dragons. And Decker can't come down with that one. That would have been his 5th catch of the year. And now 2nd and 15, and 8 seconds come off the clock there. But what a drop. And I don't even know if it was a designed boot, but Jesson just simply walked out to the right side. And the contain from the defensive line of the Tornadoes maybe needs to be looked at. Alec Verdov is on the D end on this side. We'll see if he can contain on this one. The empty set. They fake the jet motion give, and he's going to throw that one. Jesson has a receiver open and connects.
Nice catch by Josh Gilbert.
It's Josh Gilbert, the 5'6", 125-pound senior receiver, and that's how your first quarter is going to end.
3rd and 5.
When we come back, it's 3rd and 5. Garrettson has converted 2 third downs all season. We'll see if they can add another one to the tally here. They are in Tornado territory. Your score is 16-0 after one. When we come back, we'll have a very crucial 3rd down. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
And welcome back to Centerville. Quarter number 2 upon us. We're going to get to some scores across the state, specifically in 9A, Joe.
All right. Well, no change in Byberg, Hurley, Gayville, Volland. Still stuck on 22-0. Minute left to go in the second quarter. Let's see. Howard leads Dubrook area 25-0. Platte Geddes over Gregory 8-0. Alcester Hudson over Irene Wakanda 22-0. Let's see. Warner over Ipswich 7-0. Hill City over Dupree 14-6. And the rest of the games will be starting within the half hour out West River in the Mountain Time Zone.
Interested to see how the Hill City game shapes up towards the end. I think that's a game a lot of people have eyes on. Hill City, the 4th ranked team in the class, according to the media. Here's 3rd and 5. We flip sides here. It's second quarter action. In the gun is Jesson. He steps back. He pumps, but he doesn't have anything. He's going to throw it to a wide open, again, Josh Gilbert, and he gets down. But Josh Gilbert comes down with a second grab of the ball game.
And another first down.
Their third down conversion all season comes right there.
Well, Garretson gaining some good confidence, guys, with their passing offense. And, of course, that's what they do and what they do well. This if you're a Garretson fan, you need something out of this. You really do, as well as they're moving the ball.
Talk about the guys up front, Martin Welch, Tanner Bates, and Cole Schleter. They're blocking real well. It's a single back set. Jesson hands it off, and a lot of room on the right side. That's Colin Olson, and he has first down yardage. It's going to be 1st and goal, and a really nice run from Colin Olson, who I knew he played running back coming into the game. It was caught off guard. It's usually Bonte back there. He's had 11 carries this year. Olson has 40 yards and no touchdowns. He averages 3.6 yards a carry, and Olson looked really nice, and he exploded through the hole there. It's 1st and goal now for the Blue Dragons. Olson starts in the gun, goes under center now. Single back set, Olson straight behind him. Jesson drops the snap, and he goes down instantly. And that should be a loss of about a half a yard. We'll see where the official spots it. But, the snap was errant, and quarterback Cole Jesson put his right knee on the ground in the process of picking it up and moving it forward. So it'll be 2nd and about 4 to go. 2nd and goal, though. Twins to the left of Jesson and the empty set tight end to the right. That's Colin Olson to his right. Here's the snap. Jesson looks to his left. He has a lot of time. Great blocking up front. He's got plenty of time. Here comes Topol, and it's going to be intercepted. Miles Eide picks it off on the near side, steps in front of the comeback route, but there's a flag on the play.
Well,
What do you got? What do you think?
Looks like roughing the passer. Wow. That's a tough one because, well, the thing is you're not giving up a whole bunch of yardage, on what first and goal from the 4. It'll be first and goal from the 2. But, boy, Centerville had that well defensed and everything, but, just a 2-yard penalty, but it's a big one as Garretson keeps the ball.
Well, reset the down marker. It's going to be first and goal again. I don't know why second down is being held up over there, but it's an automatic first down.
Yeah, it should be first and goal.
We'll
no, that's right. If it's within outside of 15 yards, it'd be first down, but it's not.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, and a bad handoff. I don't think Jessen expected Colin Olson to go to the left. I think it was designed to go to the right. He opened up, and nothing there. So a huge loss, and it's going to be now third and goal from the 4 or 5 yard line. We'll say 4.5.
Yeah, a little bit of a loss there that time.
Goal line efficiency maybe in question here for the Blue Dragons. Joe, after doing the amateur baseball that we've done, I really want to call Garretson the Blue Jays and not the Blue Dragons.
Yep.
It's so similar, but here comes the Blue Dragons on third and goal to go from the 4. Jessen takes the snap, directs traffic, and calls his own number. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Dragons.
Number 17, Cole Jessen.
And, it looks like it's a quarterback draw, quarterback keeper kind of night, Joe. All 3 of our touchdowns have come via the quarterback run. And it looks like we're going to have a point after attempt.
Yeah, very well. If you have somebody that can get it there, by all means do it.
The kicker for Garretson is Tyler Erickson. He's 3 for 3 on extra points this year. Let's make it 4 for 4. And your score now 16-7. 9:28 left to go, second quarter. The Tornadoes getting the ball back. We'll see what they can do. We'll be back right after this on Live Ticket TV and Centerville Tornadoes Live.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We're back here in Centerville as Tyler Erickson prepares to kick this one away. Your score 16-7, 9:28 left to go, second quarter action. Erickson comes off of the successful PAT attempt. That one going to be sent right to Buchtenberg, who goes the long way around, gets a couple blocks. He has another one thrown. Corbin Topel throws one, and Buchtenberg gets into Garretson Blue Dragon territory after he goes cross the field. And the Tornadoes will start in Blue Dragon territory on the 42-yard line.
Yep, they've started at their own 35 at midfield, and now at the Garretson 42. I'm sure that's the last thing Coach Weiland wanted to see, to give Centerville again a short field.
Well, here's the deal, Joe. You kick it back to Miles Eide or Noah Schoenfelter. They got some serious speed.
Yeah, they do.
So they tried the squib attempt, but Buchtenberg decided, hey, I'm going to go across the field, and it worked out pretty well. In the I formation, they're going to try the counter again, and wow, Miles Eide just goes right around everybody. He's going to get a little bit of positive yardage. He'll go down in bounds on the near side. He will pick up 4 yards on, the counter is really just not there. The pull block's not getting there, and he can't hit the hole, so he had to bounce it outside, and Eide picks up 5 yards in the process.
Well, like I said, with the the amount of guys that go both ways for Garretson, you can see Centerville really trying hard to get to that edge to gain yardage, and they got a decent one, gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, not a ton of substitutions for
no.
Garretson, and there's really not. You look out there, they have one guy that really played in. If you look at their tackling department, the only guy that had more than one tackle besides the field was Cole Schlueter, who plays defensive line. Austin in the gun, flips around. That's a heck of a screen right there. Buchtenberg in space, gets a block downfield, goes over a man, and he will be taken down, but not after a first down pickup. He goes down to the 20-yard line. And that was called the spin around a couple times and throw a screen pass because I'm not sure how it worked, but it did work. 16-7 again your score, and the Tornadoes moving the ball. They started with the ball on the 42-yard line, and now they're down to the 21. So 21 yards so far on this drive, and the passing game working a little bit more efficiently for the Tornadoes. One deep safety back there is Bittner for the Blue Dragons. They give it to Buchtenberg again, who goes down after a short gain. Buchtenberg coming into this game had 104 yards on 20 carries, and he's getting a fair share tonight. He's had a few fullback gives where he's gone in the A-gaps either side. He's found some success with that, but Joe, he went across the field on the kickoff, and then there takes the screen on that one, takes a handoff to the left side. Let's give it to him again.
Yeah, well, if it ain't broke, that's the term. And I tell you what, this second quarter's going by a little bit quick.
This time they fake it to him. The corner out. Is it there? Miles Eide in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Tornadoes. They've looked at that corner out 3 or 4 times today, Joe, and finally it's there. It's how you beat a cover 3. If it's there and the corners are playing underneath it, it was finally wide open. Miles Eide, and a great throw from Alec Austin as well. You can't take credit away from him. Nice work, and we're going to have a flag thrown.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Centerville, and it'll be assessed on the 2-point try. I think maybe excessive celebration, or I don't know.
It was on Charlie Eide is who they pointed at.
Yeah, I got to believe it was, in high school, you got to act like you've been there. You can understand enthusiasm and everything, but the officials are now trying to explain to Coach Brown, what had happened, and now you are looking at a 18-yard 2-point conversion.
Well, here's the deal, Joe. Charlie Eide, they're actually going to kick the PAT.
Interesting.
Charlie Eide wasn't in the game. He came in off the sideline, chirped on his way in is what I think happened. I know they called it on him, but I know he wasn't in the ball game. They're going to try the point after attempt from way back here. They're going to see if they
they might want to call a timeout.
There's a lot of guys running in.
Yeah, you've got a 35-yard extra point. This will be interesting.
Here's the attempt. This is Noah Schoenfelder. Snap, spot, kick is up, and kick is good. Or no good. It goes left. It looked good from here.
It had the distance.
It did have the distance. I thought it went through, but it didn't. Your score 22-7. The Tornadoes go down the field and cap things off with a Miles Eide corner route touchdown, his second on the season. We're going to step aside. When we come back, you'll see the third drive of the game for the Blue Dragons. Garretson, your score 22-7. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to Centerville. Your score 22-7 after an Alec Austin to Miles Eide touchdown. And Centerville are going to kick things back to the Blue Dragons. Kicking this one off will be Noah Schoenfelter. They've tried an out-of-bounds kick on the far side and an onside to the left side. We'll see what they do here. This ought to be interesting.
I don't think Garretson has a hands team.
They do something similar. They're trying to find the soft spot or maybe the empty space over here. It was the near side this time, but unsuccessful in that process.
Yep. Well, Garretson will have it 1st and 10 at the 35.
So we got to figure out where the ball's going. I think Charlie Eide's having a conversation with the near official about something. Are we re-kicking here? They are.
Oh, they're going to make him kick? Okay.
Do it again.
Sorry, folks. Rookie cameraman.
Rookie cameraman. Joe, it's all right. Well, here's the deal. They're re-kicking. We got to get the tee back out there, the ball back out there. The ball boy has to get off the field, and everyone has to get back to their position just to do it all over again. And I'm sure after we move back 5 yards that it's going to be a similar spot. They're going to try to put it right down in this soft spot in this empty space right in front of us about the 35-yard line. Here's the kick now, and they try an onside, and it gets scooped up by a Blue Dragon. That's Cade Risty, the 5'6" freshman wide receiver who gets on that one.
Well, 3 possessions, 3 scores for Centerville. This is going to be Garrettson's 3rd possession, so they're 1 out of 2. And we're just about halfway through the second quarter already.
Yeah, this one moving along. These two teams moving up and down the field. It's been a fun game so far. 29 combined points through a quarter and a half. And up front, you're going to see a little bit of movement. Corbin Topol not actually out there at D-end. They move things around. Alec Verdov is playing D-end on the far side. Here's the single back set. Jessen with a man behind him. That's Bonte. He's going to throw to the left, and out route's going to be wide open. Coming up and making the tackle for the Tornadoes is Noah Schoenfelder. Or excuse me. Yes, that was Schoenfelder. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now for the Blue Dragons with 6:43 and ticking here second quarter. This time there'll be 2 men out to the right side for Garretson. That's Olson and Aaron. Bonte directly behind Jessen. They hand it off in the A gap. Here goes Bonte. The ball is stripped out, and who got on it? It looks like Bonte got back on it.
Yeah.
But, wow, what a strip attempt. I don't know if it was Austin who got a paw on that one. It just perfectly had that ball and had that thing out there on the grass for a short amount of time.
Well, the only turnover we've had, Charlie, is a turnover on downs. I mean, we had a interception called back, and that was almost a fumble. But for the most part, and, with the penalties, I think the game's been called pretty clean.
For sure, coming into this one, Joe, Centerville, Garretson committed 3 turnovers, and Centerville has had 6 on the season.
Wow. Well, I could probably tell you the majority of when they happened, probably last week.
Bucknerberg with a little extracurricular activities with Cole Schlieder on the near side.
Well, here you go. Now it's Garretson again with 4th and short. And, of course, they tried 3 times from short to get a first down just across the midfield stripe, but they were not successful. And that's when Centerville went in to score their second score. But this would be a great momentum booster for Garretson to pick this up here. But let's see if they try the middle, because Centerville has been awful tough plugging up that middle.
No deep safeties here, single back set.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the Blue Dragons, and we're going to step aside along with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the 4th and short. Your score 22-7. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Are you looking to upgrade your current self-propelled sprayer? Well, you're in luck. Grossenberg Implement, with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, are offering outstanding deals on all their 2020 and newer John Deere used self-propelled sprayers. Plus, take advantage of a 2-year waiver. Minimum payment is required, followed by a 3-year John Deere standard rate. For more details, visit with one of Grossenberg Implement's sales professionals today, or check out grossenberg.com. Grossenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs.
Well, welcome back to Centerville, and this 4th and short is eerily similar to the last for
Yes, it
Garrettson. But, Joe, they've yet to convert on 4th down all season. Can they do it here?
Well, like I said, Garretson, well, I know we're looking far ahead. It's under 5 minutes to go in the first half. And if you're looking ahead, Garretson will get the ball to start the third quarter, so they need to sustain this drive, at least keep Centerville's offense off the field.
Interesting formation. Jessen in the gun, tight end, and Olson to the left. They give it to Olson. It's going to be a reverse, and first down yardage. That's Josh Gilbert on the double reverse.
Great call, because I think Centerville was thinking, well, up the middle, but that reverse got them the yardage they need. Well, they only needed 1. They got 6, and an important first down with now trailing 22-7. With under 5 to go first half.
Josh Gilbert, a guy who really has not had a great season so far statistically, really showing out in this one. 2 catches and then that reverse where he picked up first down yardage. A blitz now. Austin blitzes right side, but he doesn't blitz in the right spot. Olson will take it up the A gap on the left side and pick up about 7 yards on first down. A nice run. And the Tornadoes they blitzed just into the wrong gap on the wrong side. 2nd and 3 now, with approaching 4 minutes to go, second quarter action. Joe mentioned that Garrettson will start with the ball in the second half, so a huge spot here for the Blue Dragons. If they can score and score again, this thing is going to get real interesting.
Yeah, each team with 2 timeouts left in the half.
A handoff, Olson left side, similar to last time, breaks a tackle. He's still going left side, down the sideline and taken out of bounds, pushed out by Jace Brower, but a great run by Colin Olson. A hold is going to bring it back.
Yikes. Well, those are drive killers. No doubt about it.
The momentum just shifted right back.
Well, but it's how you react. Instead of a 1st and 10 in the red zone, and it'll be from the spot of the foul.
He got lucky there.
He got lucky there, is right, because now it's what, second and 2 instead of maybe second and 12. Yeah,
if it was
in the backfield, yeah.
If it was at the or in the backfield or on the line, we're moving way back, but it's manageable here. 2nd and short. Single back set again, 2 men to the right of Jessen. He hands it off, fakes it actually to Olson. Boots out right, throws it off his back foot, and that one's going to be picked. Jace Brower making guys miss, still on his feet, and he finally goes down, but there's the first turnover of the game, and the Tornadoes actually get the interception. No flags on the field.
No, but just that was one that could have been taken by anybody that time, and unfortunately for Garretson fans, it was the Centerville defense. And now you've got just over 3 minutes to go in the half. You've got guys that can get out in space here. Let's see if Centerville kind of opens up, and I can see it right away with 3 wide receivers here. to the near side on 1st and 10.
See if they'll go with a motion here. They don't. They're going to hand it off Buchterberg to the left side. This is kind of an outside zone. Buchterberg tries to hit the hole late and picks out his spot and goes for about 6-7 yards. Going back to the interception, though, Cole Jessen has booted out multiple times today and thrown off of his back foot. And he's thrown pretty good balls, but that one just too high in the air and kind of wobbled around in the air.
He really didn't get set. And, he was, I think, looking for somebody a little bit more downfield or somebody that was running a pattern that was a little deeper.
Well, here's 2nd and 3 now, where the Tornadoes trips to the right of Austin. He fakes the handoff, still in the gun. Pocket's pretty clean. He's going to throw one down the field, and Brower can't come up with it. That one's going to be short of him. That was a slant route, and it was a very similar route as far as the route combinations. You had a deep post route, a slant route, and a drag right across the field, so everything was going to the left side, nothing coming back. If you put a drag coming this way, Joe, there's nobody home.
No, there's not. Now you've got a 3rd and short, still a couple timeouts to work with, 2:16 left in the half, with Centerville leading 22-7.
Got to pick out whether you want to.
Well, you want the first down.
You got to have it.
But you got to move a little bit quicker on offense.
Tunnel screen right side. We'll see. I don't know. Motion man. They fake it. Austin. He's going to go up the A gap right side and pick it up. First down yardage. The clock will stop briefly. And the Tornadoes are going to use their signal calling and get going up to the line. And that's the beauty of a no-huddle offense if you need to go to it. Austin in the gun, empty set again. He looks to the right away. He's got a man. That's Miles Eide on the stop route. He's still up, shakes a tackle, and picks up 12 yards in the process. And great timing there from Alec Austin and Miles Eide. Austin knew exactly where Eide was going. He turns around. Empty set again. Here's the 1st and 10. They go to him again, but Eide can't come down with that one. That one too far to the inside. Usually those comeback routes are supposed to be thrown to the outside shoulder of the receiver. That one to the inside shoulder. Your score, again, 22-7, 1:55 to go. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Tornadoes. See where they go with about 49, 48 yards to try to punch this thing in. 2 timeouts, as Joe mentioned, 1:55, second quarter action. Austin in the gun, empty set. He looks right away. He's got a man in Topol, but he can't hold on. Corbin Topol found the seam in the zone in that cover 3. That's how you beat that cover 3 is you find that soft spot in that zone, run that seam, that vertical route, and Topol just can't come down with it. The ball was a little bit behind and to the back hip of Corbin Topol.
Yep. Now, 3rd and 10. I would say look for something in the middle again.
Yeah,
but,
it's been there.
It's been there. But now you've It's not that you're running out of time, but, the clock management on this drive has been pretty good so far for Centerville.
Twins left for Austin in the gun. They throw a screen. It's going to be batted down. Great work up front.
And a late flag. This is going to be roughing the passer.
I didn't see
on
that.
Garretson, yeah.
Billy got a replay of that? I want to see that. I'm going to bend behind you, Joe. I didn't see that. I was looking.
I brought the camera.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now you got it. Yeah. Austin.
Boy, and that gives them an automatic first down.
It's a big spot all of a sudden. Now we go from a batted ball from Kason Smith to now we're looking at a 1st and 10 from the Blue Dragon 33-yard line. Trips to the near side, short side. Empty set again, Austin in the gun. Puts a man in motion. That's Miles Eide. They give it to him on the jet sweep. Eide's got a lot of room. Left side, makes a man miss. Jukes inside, and eventually will step out of bounds. I was hoping he would get out of bounds for the case of clock management, but he does after he puts a stiff arm on a Blue Dragon. Good play design. They faked that a couple times today, Joe. Never handed it off until just now, and it was there. A lot of room in first down yardage.
Well, now in the red zone, 99 seconds left in the half. Still a couple timeouts to work with.
First and 10. In the gun, it's more of a pro set, if you will. ID's going to get drugged down. And that's tough because that's a really good blitz there. Olsen comes off the edge in his linebacker spot and makes the tackle. He is the second leading tackler on the team, or third leading tackler on the team, for Garretson coming into this one, playing kind of that weak side linebacker look. There he was on the short side.
Yeah,
Makes the play.
Loss of 6 that time.
Now you have 2 timeouts and 65 ticks left to go here in the first half. An empty set again. Austin in the gun. He's got 2 men to his left, 2 to his right. Austin, he's going to go to his check down. That's Corbin Topol, who gets tackled in bounds. And they'll pick up some yards to try to make this manageable. They have clock to work with.
Yeah, Chase Aaron came up to make the stop here. But now 40 seconds left to go in the half. And unless you're going to take a timeout, you're taking a little bit too much time, I think.
Yeah, they are, especially if you pick up a first down, you have to really get moving. Bucknerberg in the backfield.
Well, no, it's 3rd down and long. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 men to the right now, none to the left of Austin. He fakes. He's going to go deep. He's got a man across the middle. He's got Brower in the end zone. The post route's there. Touchdown, Tornadoes. Little scissors concept works, and the Tornadoes find a way to get in the end zone again. Their 4th touchdown of the half comes with 16 seconds left to go. Second quarter action.
Yep, and that coming off a Garretson turnover when Garretson was in the just about in the red zone if they weren't.
Great concept, great play call there, finding Brower, and I didn't know if they were going to go to him. They looked at that corner out again and got a lot of Blue Dragons to go with it. Here's the 2-point conversion play. It looks to be an option to the left. Bucknerberg runs over a man and gets in there. 30-7 your score, 16 seconds left to go, first half action. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about scores across the state, but a 23-point lead for the Tornadoes. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live. You want to do
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornado.
Welcome back to Centerville. Your score 30-7. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons of Garretson. Just before the half, 16 seconds left to go. And the question now, Joe, is we've seen some funky stuff go on kickoffs from Centerville. What do they do here?
I think you just got to – I don't think anything fancy here. Well, no.
Inside middle.
Wow.
Onside kick.
I think they've got it.
Well, what are they going to do with 15 seconds and 2 timeouts?
Well, you got 2 timeouts, and you throw it long.
In the process, Noah Schoenfelder comes up limping. He is still favoring the right leg of his, maybe a shin. But the onside middle, it's a Pat McAfee special there. Calls his own number. I did see him practicing that in the pregame. I didn't know if he was going to go to it or not. But that it's just so open in the middle for Garretson. They don't have a man directly in front of the kicker, and they go to it.
2 timeouts left, 50 yards to go, but you got to do sideline patterns. You really do.
Patterns or a burn over the top. Empty set now for the Tornadoes. 3 men to the right or left of Austin. He goes and tries to throw an out route to the far side. Incomplete. Schoenfelder, then the intended receiver, and You give a lot of props to Garretson for getting over there and getting a hand on that one. Now 12 seconds to go. You still have 2 timeouts if you're Centerville.
Well, you got to get at least half of that now.
Yeah. And
but that's just an educated guess.
To even take a shot, you have to get half of it
Yeah.
right now. Austin does have a good arm with some speedy wide receivers. Here's the screen pass. Buchtenberg, they're going to try it again. Here's 9-8-7. The clock's ticking down. Buchtenberg still on his feet. There's a flag thrown. It's probably going to be a hold, so here we go back. And, oh, man, Buchtenberg gets tackled by his own teammate, Charlie Eide. 1 second left to go. There'll be a flag. I think it's going to be moving right back. Let's see what we got here.
Well, the flag is upfield at the Garretson 41. Holding, yep, that'll knock him back the other side of the 50. Well, yeah, 1 second left. What's your best second? Well, they'll say 2nd and 10 from midfield.
They're going to heave it, I'm guessing, or they're going to try a hook and ladder of sorts.
I saw a hook and ladder, I believe.
Was it successful?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Well, the last University of South Dakota game I did in 2019, and now Centerville's going to take time out. The last Coyote game I did was against South Dakota State in the Dome, and State tried a hook and ladder, but fumbled the football, and the Coyotes recovered and won the game.
Did they actually? I don't remember that.
That was well, you might have been still in. No,
I was freshman.
Maybe you probably a freshman in high school.
That's pretty crazy, though. While we stick around, let's talk about this half so far, Joe. 4 touchdowns scored by the Tornadoes and 1 on the other side for Garretson. And Garrettson's one drive they scored on, they looked pretty good. They were moving the ball efficiently and how they needed to. Until the last passing touchdown, it was all about the quarterbacks, though, in their running.
Well, yeah, and Garretson was driving again before an interception was thrown, which turned into a Centerville touchdown, and that's why they're up. Let's see,
23. The clock's it's 1 second left.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the timeout clock.
So Alec Austin has to get the ball 50 yards down the field or in between there. We'll see what happens. Here's the last play of the half. Hook and ladder, question mark. Oh, my gosh, that's forward pass. Yeah, they throw that. I like the idea, Joe. Hook and ladder was there.
Just ran out of time. Unless there's a flag.
Yeah, there is a flag. It's an illegal forward pass.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that'll be the end of the half then.
Yeah, the near side official threw the flag.
Yep.
And that'll be the half. So, one half complete. Your score 30-7. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons. We're going to come back for a halftime analysis of this one, along with scores from across the state in about 90 seconds here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Halftime here in Centerville, your score 30-7 as both teams regroup and assess that first half. Joe, it was the story of the quarterbacks for that first half offensively. Centerville moved the ball and scored on all but one of their drives, and they came up short. Obviously didn't have enough time to punch that in on that onside or middle onside kick that they were successful on, but they scored on all of their drives that they moved the ball down the field on besides that last one. And then you look on the other side, and Garrettson moved the ball efficiently on a couple drives, just couldn't punch it in on all of them, and only scored one time. They threw an interception most recently, but Jessen looks pretty good, especially with his legs.
Well, you know, when Garretson finally got a little momentum on offense, they scored. And they were moving down the field, as we mentioned, before the interception was thrown, which turned into a Centerville touchdown. So there's, simple math, a 2-touchdown swing that time. But I think, Garretson, only one turnover in the first half. Obviously, it was costly, though. But I think they found something that they like is spreading Centerville's defense off with the passing game.
Yeah, for sure. If you look at the side of Garretson offensively, they lined up in the single back set. And, Joe, I didn't expect that. I expected this team to spread things out. That's what they tried against DeSmit. It's what they tried in their first game against Hanson. They line up in the single back set, and things looked a little bit different. Brock Bonte came into this game with negative 5 yards rushing on the season, and he has been their tailback, the single back, for almost, I'd say at least 75% of their snaps have been in that single back set tonight. And Bonte has been the workhorse back there when they needed to go to him. Just the one guy for Garrettson that I expected to see was Trey Decker. His name really has not been called, besides on defense, obviously. But he had 104 yards on 4 catches and 2 touchdowns in the game, or in the 2 games coming up to this. And a 47-yard touchdown. I mean, he mossed some kids in DeSmit. He truly went over the top and made things happen. He's a good receiver, and they got to get him involved if they're going to try to come back into this one. For Centerville, though, Joe, if you look at their side, I mean, they're moving the ball in ways that, I mean, in all aspects. They're moving the ball through the air, and that passing touchdowns they've had, and they've done well running the ball as well. So we'll see how things shape up here towards the second half.
Yeah, Centerville doing a great job mixing the run and the pass in the first half. And then, bending but not breaking. They did give up that one touchdown and stuff, but they did get an interception. So the Centerville defense, which obviously has a lot of the Centerville offense on it, has bent but not broken. They've got a comfortable lead at the half. But again, Garretson will get the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, that could make things interesting. Right now it's a 23-point ball game. If Garretson goes down the field and scores, it makes it a 16-point ball game, and it's a three-score ball game, and it could get interesting pretty fast. And Garrettson's defense looked like at points they can hold up against the Centerville offense. Well, Joe, let's talk about scores across the state. We're going to talk about classes 9A and AA. If you want to get other scores, you sure can.
Okay.
But I'll let you take this one over, Joe.
All right, sounds good, Charlie. Well, let's go to 9A first. Again, here at the half here in Centerville. Centerville leads Garretson 30-7. 6 minutes left to go in the game. Viborg Hurley leads Gayville Vollen 36-7. Lemon McIntosh leads Potter County 30-0. 8 minutes left to go, third quarter. Howard leads Dubrook area 37-0. That means running time in the second half in that game with number 1 Howard on top 37-0 at the half. Also at the half, Platte Geddes leading Gregory 14-8. Alcester Hudson leading Irene Wakanda 34-0. 5 minutes to go first half there. Waverly South Shore leads Wilmot 29-6. 3 minutes to go first half. Timberlake over North Central 14-6, under a minute to go in the second quarter. Warner leads Ipswich at the half 14-0. Wolsey Wessington leads Castlewood 14-8, under a minute to go first half. Esteline Hendricks over Chester area 14-0 at the half. Hill City over Dupree, 3 minutes to go first half, 21-14. Harding County Bison over New Underwood, 14-0, 6 minutes to go first quarter. Wall leads Kadoka area, 6-0, 4 minutes to go first quarter, and no score as of yet on Bennett County and Phillip. Let's go to 9AA, where Leola Frederick area leads Stanley County, 12-8, into the first half. Britton Hecla over Redfield in halftime, 34-0. Great Plains Lutheran over Florence Henry, 22-8, 10 minutes to go in the third quarter there. Bonham over Scotland Meadow, 35-0, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. At halftime, Elkton Lake Benton over Freeman, Marion Freeman Academy, 26-6. Tripp Delmont Armour Andy Central Dakota Christian leads Corsica Stickney, 24-6. 9 minutes to go before halftime. Hanson leads DeSmet, 17-8 at halftime. Parkston over Kimball White Lake, 26-0, 9 minutes to go third quarter. Hamlin over Wabash Summit, 44-0, 8 minutes to go second quarter. Hill City over Dupree, 21-14, 3 minutes to go first half. And Bennett County and Phillip underway, but no score as of yet. Tell you what, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, let's focus in on some other area scores. 9B, 11B, 11A, 11AA. We'll take this timeout and be back after this on Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
All right, back in Centerville at halftime. It's Centerville 30 and Garretson 7. As promised, let's check some 9B scores and 11B and 11A and 11AA from the area while we have some time here. In 9B, Del Rapids St. Mary leads Arlington 48-0. Sunshine Bible Academy leads Cologne 16-0. The Del Rapids St. Mary game is in the third quarter. First quarter for Sunshine Bible Academy, leading Cologne 16-0. Defending 9B champion Avon leads Burke at halftime, 54-7. Waverly South Shore leads Wilmot 29-6. 3 minutes to go before halftime. Oldham, Ramona Rutland over Sioux Falls Lutheran, 32-14. Minutes to go first quarter. Canastota over Iroquois Lake Preston, 28-0 at halftime. Faulkton area over Harriet Selby area, 46-0, under a minute to go in the second quarter. Let's check Class 11B from the area. Wagner over Hot Springs, 12-0, 6 minutes to go, third quarter. McCook Central Montrose over Beersford, 14-7, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Elk Point Jefferson in a tight one with Mount Vernon Plankington, 24-20 at halftime. That's at Elk Point. And let's see, Flander leads Parker 19-6 at the end of the first half. In Class 11A, well, no problem for Vermilion as they defeated Lakota Tech 55-0. I'm sure that game probably ended early, way early. Canton leads Dakota Valley 6-0 at halftime. Lennox over Custer 52-0. Sioux Falls Christian over Rapid City Christian 41-6 at halftime. West Central leads Bellefouche 50-7, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Listen to this one, folks. Defending champion in 11A, Del Rapids and Madison. Del Rapids leads 18-13 at halftime. And in 11AA, well, close by is Yankton. They trail Watertown 20-13 at the half. So that's what we have for scores here. And, of course, we'll have the third quarter coming up between Centerville and Garretson. Centerville leading 30-7 at the half. Garrettson will get the ball, and we will be back with the third quarter right after this on Live Ticket TV.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Are you looking to upgrade your current self-propelled sprayer? Well, you're in luck. Grossenberg Implement, with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, are offering outstanding deals on all their 2020 and newer John Deere used self-propelled sprayers. Plus, take advantage of a 2-year waiver. Minimum payment is required, followed by a 3-year John Deere standard rate. For more details, visit with one of Grossenberg Implement's sales professionals today, or check out grossenberg.com. Grossenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs.
Welcome back to Centerville. We are just about to get underway for half number 2, and I did get a report over the halftime break that they are purposely kicking this thing out of bounds as close to 35 as they possibly can. Although, if they bring another guy up to the front line, they're going to try to pooch kick it into that soft spot, that empty spot. So here, this is going to be interesting.
Okay.
to say the least. But 30-7 your score. Tornadoes will kick things off to Garrettson right away. Noah Schoenfelder will do the duties. 4-3-2 is the setup as far as receiving this kickoff for the Blue Dragons. Schoenfelder kicks that one out of bounds.
It's the furthest kickoff he's had.
Well, looks like we're not going to see Colin Olson take that one up.
Nope.
Apologize about our score or our clock camera. We're working on that. Our producer Spencer Bewley, hopefully doing his best over there with that. It's not going to be an easy fix because it's a funny camera. But half number 2 just about upon us here. And Joe and I spoke about it over our halftime break, but they got to get moving, but they've done well. Jessen, kind of a wild snap. He's going to try to throw this thing deep, but really good coverage from the Tornadoes. He unloads one into the hands of Corbin Topol, who's still on his feet, breaks the tackle, stiff arms Jessen. But Corbin Topol comes up with that one. The second interception for Jessen on the night.
Well, yeah, not quite sure what he was looking at, but obviously he overthrew that right into the hands of the defender.
A lot of purple around there, not a lot of white jerseys in the vicinity. Jessen throws his third interception on the season in the hands of Corbin Topol. On the flip side, Centerville offense takes the field in a great starting field position again. 11:48 to go. Third quarter action. Trips to the left side. An empty set Buckneberg, the tight end. Puts a man in motion in Buckneberg. He's going to be used as a lead blocker to the right side. Here's the quarterback give and a great tackle. Made by Brock Bonte. He's the leading tackler for the defensive line for Garrettson. And we've ran 2 plays, and it's been a pretty eventful second half start, Joe.
No doubt. Well, like you said, with the furthest kickoff that Centerville has had and then the interception, yep, there's some action.
2nd and 9 now after the Alec Austin rush for 1. Man in motion. That's Brower. They flip it to Brower. Buckneberg's going to try to throw a lead block. Brower cuts up, and if he would have kept going outside, Buckneberg is telling him that right there. You got to keep going outside, man. We got numbers. Could have sealed him off, but Brower cut up for a run of about 4 yards. So it makes it 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. It'll be called on the scoreboard. What do the Tornadoes have dialed up here? I'm sure it's 4-down territory with the location we are on the field, unless Schoenfelder actually has a boot on him that is this good. He shows that he's shown that he has a pretty good distance and can kick it pretty far. His accuracy is the question. 3rd and 6. They fake the exact same jet. Oh, man, Austin put way too much on that one. It was a design post, and Austin expected a skinny post. Incomplete pass. 4th and 6. Now the Tornadoes going to continue to leave the offense out on the field. Brock Bonte comes back in the game for a fresh defensive line. It looks like to be a 4-down lineman set for Garrettson. Welch, Bates, Bonte, and another I can't quite tell. Motion, man. Austin has to get outside the pocket, has a lot of pressure. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs. And the pressure was dialed up there for Garrettson. They did a great job of flustering Austin to get out of the pocket and causing him to throw an errant pass.
Even though they're down 30-7, that was a great defensive stand by Garretson. Centerville was tuned up to score quickly, and now they force a 3 and out and get now the ball in probably 28 That's got to be their worst field position to start a drive so far tonight. Yeah.
So we'll see if the Blue Dragons can go on a drive here. Single back set Bonte directly behind Jessen. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Blue Dragons. Interesting concept there. But we're going to step aside along with both teams. When we come back, we'll have 1st and 10 for the Blue Dragons. You're watching Centerville Tornadoes football on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornado.
And welcome back. It's a Wildcat formation here for the Blue Dragons. As Olson goes to the right side, he'll pick up positive yardage. Colin Olson will take the Wildcat run to the right side, laundry on the field directly on the line of scrimmage. We'll see if it's a hold, and if we move back, and yes, it is. It's going to be a 1st and 20 now, if it's accepted, which I assume it is.
Holding against the Blue Dragons.
Moving back 10. It is 1st and 20 yards to go, and now the Blue Dragons really have to put a drive on because, they got a long ways to go. They're on the, looks to be 19-yard line.
Yeah, well, you got to take care of the football here while you're trying to. You've got, 3 plays to make 20 yards, but you got to be careful doing it.
10 minutes exactly left in quarter number 3. Our producer, Spencer Bewley, trying to figure out this camera. Is it really? Yeah. Oh, I did not know that. Maybe that would have been nice to know. It's touchscreen. Fake blitz by Corbin Topol. Looks to be a Wildcat formation again. Olson takes the snap. Same thing, right side. He's going to run for a fair chunk of yards, actually. About 6 yards on that pickup. It'll bring up 2nd and 14, 15 yards. We'll see what they call, where they move the stick. We'll call it 15. 9:42 to go, and maybe the Wildcat is the move. Jessen not back there to throw things around. They got to run the ball. If they got to move this thing all the way down the field multiple times and keep up with the Tornadoes, it's going to be a long night. In the Wildcat again. Olson directly behind, that's single back. Jessen steps back to pass, unloads one over the head of everybody. It was intended for Trey Decker, the tight end, who was behind, looks to be the defensive back over there, Coulter Johnson. Yes, Coulter Johnson, the safety cornerback. They'll move him around. And got to see Idy go everywhere from safety to corner, and played a little bit of linebacker at times too, especially when are doing a cover 0 look. 9:09 to go here, third quarter action. 30-7. Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons. It's a single back set here. It's a gun set. Jessen empty. He throws it incomplete. Josh Gilbert, the intended receiver, he was the slot man on the left side. That one at his knees, and he couldn't come up with it. I assume we're going to see a punt here, and the punter for Garretson comes on the field. That's Cole. Cole Jessen's actually on the field. The punt team comes on. Yeah, personnel change is very true. Jessen is the punter. It looks to be a punt formation. Olson stands in front. He'll be the blocking man for the punt to get away. No guys back there. Oh, that punt lined up with the first down marker. That was a 15-yard punt.
Yep, pretty simple right there. And now you're giving Centerville's offense again in Garretson territory. I think, the third time that Centerville started their offense in Garretson territory.
Cole Jessen has punted 7 times this year, 141 yards total. His average is 20.14. His long is 43. So, I mean, if his average is 20.14 yards a punt, I mean, that 15 isn't quite far off. Here's 1st and 10. Tornadoes have the ball in Blue Dragon territory. This time it's going to be on the 39-yard line. Austin puts a man in motion, an orbit motion to the right side or the left side. It's going to be a double reverse. This is going to be a pass. They have a man open. It's going to be stolen away. Caught, it looks to be Travis Hybertson, who comes down with it. Let's talk about the back end of that one. Noah Schoenfelter ran a deep post and was wide open.
Well, he was, but for the fact that the receiver had to kind of wrestle it away from the defender. But what do they say? Jump ball or tie ball goes to the offense. So I don't know. I don't know if that. I know that's true in the pros, I think, and in college, but I don't know about high school.
Travis Hybertson steals that one away. And, he's a pretty hard-nosed kid who got that one. Bucknerberg gets the give now. He goes, makes a man miss, runs over another guy. He's got the whole Garretson team on his back, and he breaks all the tackles and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tornadoes. James Bucknerberg broke almost all 9 tackles there. Ran over a few guys and found his way into the end zone. Wow.
Yep, now that makes it 36-7.
A 29-point lead for the Tornadoes as Bucknerberg punches that one in. That is his first rushing touchdown on the season, believe it or not. Snap spot, kick is up, kick is good. Noah Schoenfelder makes it 37-7, a 30-point lead. Tornadoes over top of the Garretson Blue Dragons. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to Centerville. 8:33 left to go, third quarter. The Tornadoes lead by 30 over the Blue Dragons of Garretson. And we'll see, it's always fun to watch these kickoffs by Centerville. To kickoff is Noah Schoenfelder. But let's talk about the scoring play there for Centerville. They got the ball in excellent field position after less than ideal punt if you're Garretson. But Bucknerberg takes the straight up inside zone all the way to the house, running over, it seemed like 6 or 7 guys. Well, we'll see what happens here. The kick is going to be put out of bounds. I mean, he's really consistent with it. Puts it out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
He may be the most penalized player on Centerville so far this year.
Yeah, I mean... And it's sad because the coaches are...
Well, no, it's not sad.
Well,
no,
yeah.
it's by design. But, you keep racking up 5-yard penalties,
Sorry, Coach. Not doing this one this time. Nope. It's all for the team and no return possible. So they will start this drive at the 35-yard line near hash. Jessen in the gun. Bonte directly behind him again in the single back. 2 men to the right. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Bonte on the right side. The stretch going to be for no gain, maybe a yard, but Alec Austin fills the hole. Bonte with that club on his right arm goes for a yard and whipped down by Alec Austin, who went from defensive line edge rusher to now a straight-up linebacker. And you see when Garrettson goes to the single back set, Joe, there's nobody back deep. There's no safeties typically. And there's a lot of guys in the box. Centerville trying to play up on this run. Again, same single back set, this time 2 to the left of Jessen in wide receivers. Here's the snap, a pitch out to the left side, near side. A lot of room. Olsen, there's a flag thrown, but he's going to go for positive yardage. He'll take that up to the 45-yard line of Centerville. But I'm guessing we'll get called back on a holding penalty, as that was thrown in the direction where it usually is. Holding is called by the white hat. So it's going to be second and a long ways. They called it on 15. Who?
Well, if we had...
Left tackle. Okay, that makes sense. Martin Welch. 51. Okay, I saw it the other way around. 51, Martin Welch called there, the senior. Here's second and 19. Gun set empty. Tight end to the left. Jessen in the gun. Takes the snap, looks out to the right. He's going to throw a bomb. He's got a man down the field. Caught! Running down the field, Jackson Aaron. Will he get caught? Jace Brower cannot catch him. Touchdown, Blue Dragons.
Pass caught by Jackson Aaron.
What a play design, Joe. A fake bubble screen. Looks down the field, pulls the corner up. Jackson Aaron running over the top and trailing him, Jace Brower. And the Blue Dragons find a way to get one in the end zone again. Your score 37-13 pending the PAT. Tyler Erickson 4 for 4 on extra points this year. See if he can make it 5 for 5. Snap, spot, kick is up, and kick is good. Your score 37-14 after the Erickson PAT. 23-point lead again after both teams are successful on their PATs back-to-back. You don't see that a lot in 9-man football. Your score, again, 37-14. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
We're back in Centerville, 37-14 your score, 7:29 left to go, third quarter action. Garretson about to boot this thing away. Tyler Erickson to do the duties. A long pass that goes for a touchdown. Brower tripped up there after the he fielded it. But let's go back to that scoring play. I said it was a nice play over our break, but it truly was a great design. They faked the quick tunnel screen, which pulled the cornerbacks up and getting under it in scoring was Aaron. It was fun to watch. Great design.
Yeah, no doubt. And, a confidence booster for Garretson on offense. Like I said, they probably could just as well have another touchdown, and that would make it a 2-score game. But now Centerville has to just grind it out here and take some time off the clock.
They go to the air right away. They have a man. That's Corbin Topol across the middle. He runs the dig, and he's going to be tackled by number 7, Chase Aaron.
About 15 yards. That's good for a tornado first down. Chase Aaron on the stop.
But going back to the scoring play for Garrettson, that is Cole Jesson's 3rd passing touchdown on the season. He's thrown 2 interceptions tonight. He's rushed 1 in, has Jesson, and thrown 1. Austin in the empty set, looks to the left right away. He's going to throw it left. It's going to be a pass at the knees. Trying to go around everybody is Miles Eide, who had positive yardage but turned around. We'll see if forward progress helps him. No, they're not going to give it to him. They say he ran back under his own recognizance. So 2nd and 4 now. After I think Heidi could have went forward for that and probably got the first down if he just decided to run straight, but he decided to kind of arc around towards the near side. 2nd and 4. And Joe, you talked about at the beginning of the drive, you'd assume Centerville's going to try to run this thing out and grind it out. They've gone to the air.
As long as they complete passes, though, they're running time, yeah.
Clock is a-moving. 6:14 left to go, 3rd quarter action. Trips to the left of Austin. He's in the gun. He fakes the give to Buckneberg. Play action, and he is whacked. Brock Bonte gets in there, and Buckneberg really didn't touch anybody, and that was the guy he was designed for. The line went to the left, and the only guy left to take Bonte was Buckneberg. Buckneberg lets him go right inside, and Bonte records, according to my stat sheet, the 1st sack of the season for Garrettson.
Yeah, well, I mean, they brought the house that time, no doubt about it, and Alec Austin just didn't have any time.
Yeah, he looked up and saw Bonte right in his face. Trips to the left now of Alec Austin. Bonte again to his right. Buckneberg into block, and it's again, they get it off to Buckneberg on a flip pass, but the pressure was there. Garrettson is throwing some really good pressure and heat at this line of Centerville who can't quite take it on.
I think, are we going to see the first punt from Centerville tonight on 4th down and about 13?
We might. Alec Austin will do the duties if that's so. But going back to that Centerville offensive line, some serious pressure coming back to back. Nolan Fisher, the left guard, he's a freshman. Charlie Eide, he's the center. He's a sophomore. And then Travis
they're going for it.
Is a senior.
Interesting.
Interesting to see if this is a push or not.
Quick kick.
Trips to the right.
Whoops.
And a false start. Oh, both guys went.
Well,
call it on.
I think Miles Eide went first.
I think he did too. Eide was in the slot on the near side, and he goes early.
Yep,
so
false
obviously, Joe, they had something drawn up there.
Oh, yeah.
To Eide because he was antsy to go.
Yeah. Now you got to punt it. You're asking for trouble on 4th down and about 17 or 18. Yeah.
Charlie Eide will do the long snapping duties as he just practiced one in the air. Back deep to return for Garretson is number 3, Jackson Aaron. 4:30 and moving here, 3rd quarter. The snap to Austin. Austin gets a pretty good punt off, and it's going to be fielded. Makes a man miss. Does Jackson Aaron? He's still on his feet. Cuts back to the right. Makes a man miss. Goes back to the left. And Charlie Eide, the long snapper on that play, makes the tackle. But a net of about 11 or 12 yards. Clock stopped here. What do we got? A player is down for Garretson. It looks to be a cramp, so we'll step aside for a brief moment. When we come back, we will have Garretson trying to come back in this one. They're down 23. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to Centerville as Jackson Aaron comes off of the field, double cramping there.
Ouch.
That's not what you want to see.
Yeah.
But he runs off under his own power. He'll be back in the game. For Garrettson, however, it's 1st and 10 on the the Garretson.
Yeah, you're right.
The Garretson 46-yard line. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Bonte, right side. He's got some room. The ball's out again. It's all over. Who has it?
And I think Centerville does.
Centerville got on the ball. Yes, they did. Corbin Topol comes down with that one. And that's been the thing with Bonte. He's put the ball out there multiple times. Again, getting on that tip of the ball. He's not quite covering up the tip in some cases. Getting a hand on it, ripping it out. And Centerville forces another turnover. Joe, I mean, you can't commit turnovers like this. We talked about it coming into the game briefly, but 3 turnovers for Garretson coming into this one and 6 for Centerville. Well, it's been the opposite in this game. Garrettson's turned the ball over a ridiculous amount of times in comparison to what I thought they were going to. Timeout called by Garrettson, maybe a personnel thing or regrouping. A big spot in the game here. 23-point ball game. We're going to step aside with the teams, and when we come back, Centerville going to try to score one more time and put this thing a little bit further away from the Blue Dragons of Garretson. We'll be back on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
Welcome back to Centerville as we are third quarter action, 37-14. The Tornadoes of Centerville lead the Blue Dragons of Garretson. 4:05 left to go, third quarter action. Again, I'm Charlie Preen, joined by Joe Van Gore and Spencer Bewley on production tonight. Joe, it's been a fun one so far. These two teams moving up and down the field and a lot of action. Definitely not a boring game.
Oh, no. Centerville's doing the job, obviously offensively, but the couple turnovers that they've had has got to make Coach Brown happy as well.
Empty set now. Bucknenberg goes in motion right to left. They throw the quick pass to Jace Brower on the near side. He steps in sideline. He's got some room. He comes near the sideline but moves up the field for first down yardage. It'll move the ball into Garretson Blue Dragon territory. Ball will be spotted on the near hash 35-yard line. It is tough, Joe, when you're not playing on turf or fields that are marked, there's not even markers on this side. There's only markers on the far side for where the yard lines are specifically, so it's hard to tell exactly where we are on the field.
Well, I got 1st and 10, Tornadoes at the Garretson 35.
I think I can confirm that screen pass. Austin steps back. This is the third time they've gone to that. Bucknenberg's got some room, and he can't break the tackle. Flag thrown.
Pass complete to James Bucknenberg. Flag on the play.
See what we have here. As we're conversing, here's the call.
Illegal man downfield.
Wasn't the pass caught behind the line of scrimmage? And that's what Bucknenberg saying.
I think it was over the line.
Yeah, they're saying
yeah.
That's the case. Coach Brown heading out to plead his case. Nothing coming of it. I think the call is going to stand, Joe. I mean, they're moving back now, but I wonder what they were deliberating. Coming in for Centerville is number 22, Riley Cole. He had an opportunity to get some time in the Dubra game. The only thing that he got were jet passes, so if I'm a bet man, I'm guessing Riley Cole on a jet pass, but it looks like he's lining up in the backfield. He'll be the running back to the right of Alec Austin. Tight set here. Twins to the right of Austin. They hand it off Riley Cole left side. He's a pretty fast guy. He gets around a few guys, and he will pick up gain of about 9 yards. Flag thrown on the far side. I'm wondering if this will be unsportsmanlike conduct or a sideline warning. The where on the position is sideline warning.
Chop block.
Or chop block, okay.
Or a block below the knees on the defense, and that'll add 15 to that.
I thought that was a sideline warning.
Or? It must have been, yeah. Okay.
But Joe.
Yeah, the ball's not moving.
Well, they moved it up 5 yards, but here's the thing. That means that it wasn't a warning, and there was a warning earlier that we missed because you get warned and then you get a flag for it. So I guess they moved it up 5 yards.
Okay.
Here's the 2nd and 5, I guess. So that one going to be incomplete. Actually, I'm wrong because that is still 2nd down, so that was just a warning. The ball did not move. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now, 3rd and 7. Interesting. On the sideline is, okay, no, that's correct. Brown calling the plays, and when Alec Austin ran over to the sideline, it looked like he was planning on sticking around for a little while. Nonetheless, Twins to the right. One man split out to the left of Alec Austin. Buchtenberg in the backfield. He looks pretty tired. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Austin across the middle. It's going to be intercepted off the fingertips of Corbin Topol. And coming down with it, number 80, Shea Schmidt. The freshman comes down with the interception. That's just unfortunate. It goes off the fingertips, but I think if you go back and watch that one again, I think it was kind of a tipped ball from the start. Alec Austin didn't have a clean pocket and threw it a little high. The intended receiver was Corbin Topol, but the freshman Shea Schmidt comes down with it. Here's Garretson now after turnovers galore.
Well, that's the first for Centerville tonight.
Yeah. Alec Austin has thrown his 6th turnover of the year. No gain on first down. 3 minutes left to go, 3rd quarter.
No gain on the play.
Clock moving along. We're at halftime in the NFL game taking place in Brazil. If you don't have that one up, it's been pretty boring.
Or you didn't subscribe.
Or you didn't subscribe. Yeah. Well, it's 2nd and 10 after the net even play on first down. Olsen directly behind Jessen. Jessen flips it out. I thought it might be a pass, but he goes with the toss. Right side, he will pick up close to first down yardage.
Pushed out of bounds by Alec.
The defensive end on that side, James Buchtenberg, kind of got sucked in there, Joe, and here's 3rd and 1 now. And Garrettson needs to get going now, Joe, if they want to come back. A 3-point ball game or a 3-score ball game. 3rd and short. I'm guessing quarterback sneak, and it is for first down yardage.
Yep, first down.
Quarterback sneak.
1st and 10 now for Garretson. We'll see what they do offensively. They got to move the ball through the air if they're going to get back into this one. But, Joe, they've shown that they can do it. And with a 1st and 10 here, you have the opportunity to move the ball even further down the field with a big play, and I think the big play is what they need. Twins to the left now of Jessen, who's in the single back set. In the far hash, he takes the snap, hands it off. That's Olson, who takes it in the B gap left side for a gain of 4 yards.
Brought down by Garretson and Austin.
And the defensive line of Centerville's looking a lot better now. They're stopping the run. The short gains are pretty nice for Centerville. They're keeping that clock moving. 1:25 left to go, 3rd quarter action. We will take a look at some scores across the state when we come back for our 4th quarter of play. But I'm sure there's some crazy scores going on across the state, as there was last week. Here's the fake pass. This is what they did opposite side. This time, Noah Schoenfelter was under it, but he couldn't make the play. Jackson Aaron, the intended receiver, it was the exact same play they scored on last time, but they ran it to the opposite side.
Yeah, but this time well defended.
Indeed. I thought Noah Schoenfelter was going to get under that. I mean, that ball was thrown up into the air, and it was up in the air for a long time. Cole Jessen's ball hung up there for a while. 3rd and 6 to go, 58 seconds to play, 3rd quarter. Single back set again. Twins to the left of Jessen. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Play action. He's got a man to the left. He has to scramble around. Good pocket presence. And he's going to be nearly brought to the ground by Alec Alekdarov. But it's going to be caught for a 1st down.
Complete to Jackson Aaron.
And it's complete Jackson Aaron.
1st down.
With the catch, 1st down yardage, 47 seconds to go. Clock's moving.
Decker on the reception.
Trayton Decker with the reception, according to our public address announcer. First and 10 now for Garretson, and the single back set has been working today for Garretson. They're going to stay in it. They hand it off now. Olson. He goes right side between the tackles, and it goes for a short gain. We'll call it 3 yards on 1st down. Not a bad gain.
And that should be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
It looks like it will be, Joe. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll come back with scores from across the state, specifically in Class 9A and 9AA. But your score 37-14 as we head into our final quarter of play. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimmatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are.
Welcome back to Centerville. 4th quarter action is upon us. We'll get to some scores from across the state locally, Joe.
Yep, Byberg Hurley over Gayville Mullen, 42-7. This is 9A now. Let's see. Alcester Hudson over Irene Wakanda, 56-6. And paging on down. Well, number 1, Howard over Dubrook area, 55-0.
Oh. Well, they took care of business.
Yes, they did.
Per usual. Well, it's 2nd and 8 here. In the gun is Jessen. He's got twins to the left, tight end to the right. That's Bonte. Looks like it's going to be a screen, but no, just a great pocket set, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off. Miles Eide. He turns around, flips the field, and will be tackled at the Centerville Tornadoes 43-yard line, but another interception thrown from Jessen. That's his third on the year now.
Yep, and their fourth turnover overall to go with the fumble.
And it's 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes after the interception from Eide. You know, Eide moves all over the field, Joe. He played some safety when they need to go one high, and when they need to go into that particular formation. When it got emptied out, he was back there, played it well, and just read the quarterback's eyes right into that one. Here's the I formation toss out to the right side, and Eide's going to be drugged down for a loss of 1.
Heidi on the carry.
Right idea. Buckneberg can't quite throw the block. It was strung out really well by that defensive line for Garretson, Brock Bonte on that far side. Did a good job stringing that thing out and actually getting back to the line of scrimmage, according to the far official. 11:16, clock's moving here. Fourth quarter of action. In the gun is Austin, man to his right. Puts the man in motion now. Now hands it off. Buckneberg between the tackles, swung down after Tanner Bates swings him around a little bit.
And Buckneberg getting up just a little bit slow. Tell you what, Garrettson's putting together a good run defense here. Centerville, I think, will want to just run the clock out and come away with a nice win here to go to 2-1. But now they're in a passing situation, we think.
Yeah,
we think.
Buckneberg clearly tired out there, hands on his knees. Here's the third down snap. Quick bubble screen out, left side or right side, Brower, and I think he reached for it. We'll see what the official calls.
Second effort, left him short.
I thought he reached the ball out.
Oh, no. They gave him a heck of a spot. That's a first down.
It's close.
Or is it? No, it's 4th and 1.
I think it calls for a measurement. No, they're going to let it roll. Joe, I don't mean to be a man of predicting, but they're going to fake a jet motion and run the ball with Alec Austin between the tackles.
Well, obviously you've seen Centerville just a little bit more than I have.
Or they're going to do a QB sneak, but it's just what they always do in this position. He's hard to stop, and Alec Austin, a very strong individual. No, they don't put the man in motion, but Buckneberg jumped. Back him up 5 yards.
False start.
But hey, besides the motion, I was right. So, oh boy, big play. Is that A.J. Brown? Who is that? Yeah. Big play. A.J. Brown punches it in for Philly. Well, it's now 4th and 6. We'll see if it's going to be a punt. Coach Brown signals a kicking motion with his left foot. So, looks like they're going to boot this thing away. Or it's a play call. Looks like it's a play call. Buckneberg switches from the right to the left side now. In the gun is Austin, maybe a hard count. They do snap it. Austin looks to the left side.
That was tipped at the line,
yeah. Getting a hand on it was the combination of Martin Welch and Tanner Bates.
Another good stop by Garretson. I think this is the third time Centerville's had to turn over on downs.
1st and 10 now is, a turnover on downs again for the Tornadoes. And we'll see if personnel changes at all. Buckneberg coming out. He's tired. I think he might get looked at by a trainer. He called for somebody. Is there enough guys on the field? Yes, there is. Single back formation, twins to the left now of Jessen. And it's going to be a toss to the right side. Near side, Olsen slips a little bit, gets his ground back, reverses field, and will lunge forward for a gain of about 6 yards. A lot of work there for 6 yards of rushing.
Making something out of nothing. That's the bottom line there. Great job of breaking tackles.
He slipped a little bit there. I wondered if his knee buckled, but he kept running through it. A gain of 6 on first down brings up 2nd and 4. 9:04 left to go. Final quarter of action. 37-14 is your score. 2nd and 4. The empty set is Jessen, 2 men to the right. Olson is the tight end or wing back, if you want to call it that, to the left. Here's the snap. A deep drop, maybe a 5-step drop. Heaving this thing down there is Jessen. And it's going to be out of bounds. Can we get a replay of that one? I think we got her. Joe got that one. Let's see that again. I'm going to move over. I want to see that. I think he was out, but he was way out? Okay. Our producer, Spencer Bealey, says he was way out, but here you can see it in 0.5 speed again. Here it is, and he was out. Okay. Well.
Maybe not way out, but closer than I thought.
Yeah. Not quite like the last play last night between the Ravens and the Chiefs.
We don't have that capability.
I could have sworn one of the Chiefs kind of trolled the receiver for the Ravens, said, next time wear white shoes.
You got to love that.
Yeah.
And that one, the dig route complete to Josh Gilbert.
That should be a first down.
Ooh, and some tornadoes rattled up here. Combination of Corbin Topol and Alec Austin on the ground.
No, that's first down.
Yeah, it is. That is good for a blue Topol's shaking up, and he's coming out of the game. Bucknerberg and Topol shooken up right now for Centerville. Not great. See if Topol gets looked at by the trainer. I think he is going to get a walking down to. 8:15 and counting here, final quarter of play. 1st and 10 now for the Blue Dragon. Single back set again. Twins to the right. Here's the handoff. Olson goes right side. He has a block. He's going to get the edge. On the near sideline, shoved out of bounds. But not after a huge gain. Miles Eide pushes him out, but Colin Olson has had a great night on the ground. They moved the ball up and down this field.
Blue Dragon first down.
1st and 10 now from the 14, 15-yard line, I'd say.
Yep. Well, not much. Centerville has scored. Garretson has scored this half. And now Garretson in the red zone. Yeah.
We got us a 3-score ball game. Garretson could make it a 2-score with a score here. Here's the a deep drop again. Colin Olson can't come down with that one. Good ball right to his helmet.
Right to his hands.
Yeah. I mean, great placement.
Yeah.
We got 2nd and 10. Sorry.
7:50 to go. 4th quarter here. Appears that Jace Brower will come out of the ball game. And no safeties on the field. This empty set. Alec Austin, the middle linebacker, backing off now. Corbin Topol, the linebackers faking. And Topol does go. And delay? False start. False start called on the Blue Dragons. I'm not sure who.
No, I wouldn't call it a dead ball false start.
Yeah.
It was just a false start.
Yeah. You did notice, though, that Corbin Topol was and Alec Austin, too, were faking coming down. Maybe it got
That's
the guards
true.
a little happy.
Yeah, maybe it got him to move, yeah.
The guards were – the snap probably wasn't insinuated by those two, but it's always fun as a guard to see a blitzing linebacker coming full speed at you. Here's the empty set. Olson to the right of Jessen. He's going to go out left. He's got plenty of room on the bootleg. He's going to be knocked down.
Ball was tipped.
Alec Verdov.
Yep.
I thought it was Alec Verdov, but I think Austin was towards the middle of the field there. Nonetheless, 3rd and 15. Way to string that play out, because for the longest time in this ball game, Centerville got hooked blocked, and getting out of the pocket was Jessen, who had time, and he's had a pretty successful night, semi-successful night, I'll say, outside of the pocket, other than that one pass that he threw that was intercepted off his back foot. Here's the empty set again. Twins to the right. Deep drop again. Here's Jessen, and he's going to be, nearly brought down. Jessen's still on his feet. breaks a few tackles and goes forward for a gain of about 7 or 8. Corbin Topol in on the tackle. It's going to be 4th and 8 to go.
Well, they do have somebody that kicks extra points. How is he in field goals? But no, you need
the touch.
You need the touch.
7 minutes to go. Final quarter of action. 4th and 9. Garrettson needs to punch this thing in. Empty set, twins to the left, or excuse me, to the right. Near side. Deep drop again. Jessen surveys. Doesn't have much. Going to throw it to the end zone. It's going to be caught. Touchdown. Looks like Trey Decker comes down with his 3rd touchdown of the season. First in this one. And a huge moment there as Garretson gets on the board again. 37-20 now. And we are approaching, Joe, a 2-possession ball game.
Yes, we are.
We're still 3 now, but this is a huge point after attempt. 6:42 to go.
Yeah, they do need this.
It's blocked. And now it's still a 3-possession ball game. James Buckneberg splits through and blocks it. I don't think Centerville understands how big that is. An absolutely huge block because it remains a 3-possession ball game. We're going to step aside, though. Your score 37-20. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
No matter how long you've been gone, a place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Welcome back to Centerville, 37-20. 6:42 left to go, 4th quarter. Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons as we have lights directly south of us. We'll see if that's an issue. It's not. They got turned off. We had a pretty rough go with lights in our first game.
We've
Joe.
got...
Here's the
a series of phone fumbles. Oh, look at this.
Beautiful onside middle kick, but recovered. And I think Miles Heide expected that one.
Oh, no, I fully expected that. I mean, you got to, can't score if you don't have the ball.
True.
So, but now Centerville can just basically run out the clock on the ground. But the thing is, though, their ground game hasn't been as successful as it was in the first half.
For sure. So you'll see a 4-down lineman set here. Brock Bonte, Tanner Bates, Martin Welch, and Cole Schleter up on the defensive line for Garretson. In the gun is Alec Austin Buckneberg to his right. Buckneberg is in the game. That's a good sign. He's got plenty of room. He's going to go left side. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, rumbling, tumbling, stumbling, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Oh, I can hear people now. What the heck do you know, Joe? Big gain on the ground to run some clock here and get a first down.
And just got to prove you wrong. And Buckneberg came out of the game because he looked to be tired and or possibly injured.
Mm-hmm.
But he's back out there moving the ball with efficiency now. 6:20 left to go, 4th quarter. Again, in the gun is Austin. Buckneberg again to his right. Buckneberg's tired. He's standing up now, hands on his hips. They move the clock down, wait till they get the hand up, and they hand it off again. Buckneberg, the exact same run. He'll go for a decent gain, about 3 yards here on first down.
Picks up 3 on the play.
.360 seconds left to go here. And what do we got going on over here?
Stop for the Blue Dragons.
Somebody sitting down for Centerville. I think that's, I do somewhere. It's either Travis Hybertson or Jackson Westra. Looks like Jackson Westra. Looks like he's okay. Maybe he was changing or tying his shoe or something. Well, 2nd and 3, and they fake this time. Austin keeps it on the read option. He will pick up 2 yards. We'll call it maybe 3 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 3 to go, maybe 4. Clock moving along, though. We're just about under 5 minutes left to go, 4th quarter.
Yep.
Boy, it looked interesting for a second. If that PAT attempt was converted successfully, Garrettson's down 2 scores. They make things happen, maybe get an onside. We're looking at a really fun finish. But that ground game of Centerville is moving things along, and it's looking pretty nice right now. I think they're going to call a timeout. They're going to make or let the clock go all the way down and call a timeout, which makes sense. 4:38 left to go, 4th quarter here. 17-point lead. The Centerville Tornadoes lead. The Garrettson Blue Dragons will be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Are you looking to upgrade your current self-propelled sprayer? Well, you're in luck. Grossenberg Implement, with 9 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, are offering outstanding deals on all their 2020 and newer John Deere used self-propelled sprayers. Plus, take advantage of a 2-year waiver. Minimum payment is required, followed by a 3-year John Deere standard rate. For more details, visit with one of Grossenberg Implement's sales professionals today, or check out grossenberg.com. Grossenberg Implement, servicing your growing needs.
Welcome back to Centerville. 4:38 left to go. 4th quarter. The Tornadoes lead by 17 over the Garretson Blue Dragons. It's 3rd and 4 after the timeout called by Centerville. Austin puts a man in motion. They're going to hand it off Buchtenberg right side, and he is swallowed up inside. A huge play made by Tanner Bates. And it's 4th down. What do you do here, Joe?
You run the play.
Brought down by Tanner Bates.
I mean, unless you want to run a pass pattern to get a first down to keep the down markers moving and the clock running.
I could see Centerville trying to do something there. Maybe exploiting.
Now coming up on 4 minutes to go.
Maybe trying to exploit a soft spot in this zone. One deep safety for Garrettson. That's Bittner. Man in motion. Austin. He has a man wide open. Topol still on his feet.
Look at that.
He's still going. Is he going to get in the end zone? Oh, what are you doing?
Fumbled the football.
I think
he got popped.
All the way down to the 5-yard line. There is a fumble on the play.
Who got the ball?
Covered by the Blue Dragon.
Wow.
What just happened?
Wow.
He got spun around and got
obviously
hit.
He got popped. Yeah. Ball came flying out.
I thought he pitched it back.
Yep. And Garretson got it.
That's the 3rd one of those popped-up fumbles. 2 of them have been recovered tonight by the opposite team. So 2 of those popped-up into the air fumbles recovered by the team and resulting in turnovers. A timeout called by the Centerville Tornadoes. 3:42 left to go, 4th quarter. 37-20. The Tornadoes lead the Blue Dragons. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
We're back in Centerville after a fumble on the 4-yard line.
Second turnover for Centerville?
Yeah, second. One interception thrown by Alec Austin, and then the eventual fumble
and
by Brower.
And 4 for Garretson, 3.
Total. My bad.
Yeah, three INTs and a fumble. But now Garrettson's got a tall task here to go almost the length of the field with being down 3 scores.
We'll see what they do. First down, they hand it off Olsen. He's going to go right side. Near sideline, he gets tackled in bounds. What a great job keeping him in bounds.
Yeah, that's the key right there. Let's see.
That is good for a Blue Dragon first down.
Yeah, each team with a timeout left, but now, time obviously not on the side of Garretson.
They got to pull something together soon if they want to move things along. Clock is moving. 3:24 left to go. Final quarter of action here in Centerville. No deep safeties is the look. Empty set, twins to the left, tight end to the right, a usual formation for Garretson. A deep drop. Here's the throw. Jessen airs it out. It's going to be intercepted. Noah Schoenfelder gets his mitts on that one, and Joe, that might put...
I think that'll probably about do it.
Well, 186 seconds to go in this one, and with one timeout, Garretson really can't do a whole lot. If you keep things moving, Centerville can really just run this thing out and pick up 1 or 2 first downs and knee this thing out.
But certainly, and I'm sure we'll talk about it briefly in the postgame. Certainly some positives for Garretson tonight, especially on offense.
Hand off to the fullback, Bucknerberg, between the guards on the left side. He'll go for a gain of 4 or 5 yards. We'll call it 5. And the clock continues to move. 2:46 left to go. And some confusion here between the Tornado players and head coach Kyle Brown. 2nd and 5. And again, the I formation. Hand up in the air. The back judge giving the signal that it was nearly out of time, but they get it off. And Eide in the I formation goes right on the ISO, and they pick up minimal yardage. I mean, maybe a yard.
Well, now under 2 minutes to go, now you can start to look ahead for next week for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, looking forward, we have the schedule on one of our graphics. But who do they have next week? I'm not even sure. I'll have to look here.
I can put it up.
Yeah, sure. Throw it up there. Huh?
After this play.
Okay. Well, here's the 3rd and 4 to go. Austin in the gun. Bucknerberg to his right. They fake it to him, and incomplete on 3rd and 4. So the clock stops moving, 1:32. And here is the schedule moving forward for Centerville. They take on Del Rapids St. Mary, which is a tall task next week, Joe.
Yeah.
They take on Del Rapids St. Mary's, who is ranked number 4 in their class. And they come off of a win tonight over Arlington, just 54-0.
Well, yeah, they played Irene Wakanda at Kirkby Over Stadium at Augustana and won big.
52-0.
Yeah.
So that's no slough of a opponent. And we're going to have a timeout called on the field, I am pretty sure by Centerville. But we're going to step aside along with them. When we come back, we'll have 4th and 4. The Tornadoes need to convert to pretty much put this thing away. We'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to Centerville. 4th and 4. 1:32 left to go. Fourth quarter of action. And we're setting up for a field goal.
Interesting.
So this is going to be a field goal attempt. 46 yards.
Yep.
From Noah Schoenfelder. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it's a line drive. Well short.
Yeah.
It didn't even reach the height it needed to at any point in its path.
And Garretson will take over at the line of scrimmage from where the field goal was attempted.
So Garretson needs to go 71 yards. They need to score 3 more times. They have 1 timeout and 1:32 to do it all. Well, we'll see if Tornadoes can get out of here unscathed as far as injuries. They've looked pretty good. Bucknerberg was the question earlier. We did question Westra as well a little bit. A fake blitz from Topol. He's all over the place right now. They hand it off. Olsen gets out, makes a cut towards the sideline, and is still in bounds. Cuts back in. He really should have just got out of bounds there if you want to keep the clock alive. And the clock is going to continue to run. 1:17 to go.
Stopped by Elektrodov.
Alex Elektrodov gets in there for not the initial stop, but the final tackle. Now 60 seconds left to play. It's like Garrettson's just going to try to run this thing out, Joe, and prepare for their ensuing schedule. 2nd and 3. Snap, handed off. Olsen again. He's going to go between the tackles, left side. First down yardage.
Olsen on the carry. Brought down by Austin and Charlie Eide.
40 seconds left to go. Garrettson, and here comes some subs for Centerville in the last few seconds. They'll throw some guys in. Grant Meyer and Hunter Swift come in for Centerville on the D line. And breaking a few tackles is Olsen, but eventually getting tackled for a short gain.
And that should be the last play of the game.
Garretson is going to...
Not interested in running a play.
Nope.
Or they got to hurry, but they are going to run out of time.
That's your final score, 37-20.
Congratulations to Coach Brown and the Tornadoes.
Centerville
37-20
gets the win on this fine Friday night. Beautiful evening in Centerville. And what a game, Joe. We got to see some fun football. Not necessarily clean football, but I'll tell you it was fun.
Well, this is week 2, with week 0, week 1, week 2. But now, Centerville can, now concentrate on a good Del Rapids St. Mary team coming up next week. Garretson now 0-3. And also with Centerville going to 2-1, now you're almost, game number 4 next week. So you're almost halfway through your regular season already.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You bring that up, Joe, halfway through your season, and this is only the second week of games for Class 11A and up.
Right, yeah.
So we're going to step aside for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to do a quick analysis and a brief overview of this game, and then we'll look forward a little bit as well. We'll go over some scores from across the state in our area games. But stick around when we'll be back right after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
37-20 your final score here in Centerville as the Tornadoes get their second win of the season. They're now 2-1 after getting wins over the Dubrook area Dolphins and now the Garretson Blue Dragons on this Friday night here in September, the first Friday in September. Joe, it was an interesting game to watch to begin with. A lot of points scored in that first half. But we end up with 57 total. And, you know, Garrettson looked pretty good in a lot of aspects, just couldn't capitalize and finish their drives in many cases, and turnovers got them too.
Yeah, 3 interceptions and a fumble, and I believe that Centerville turned a couple of those into scores. Well, you know, like I said, ifs and buts for candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But, you know, that could have made it maybe a one-score game had Garretson been able, because they've been, they showed me some things on offense tonight. They scored 20 points. They got their passing game going, the running game a little bit, but their offense definitely gained some confidence tonight. For Centerville, yeah, they had some setbacks. They had a couple turnovers, but I thought for the most part solid on both sides of the ball. Bending but not really breaking. I'm sure, Coach Brown will have something to say about giving up 20 points, to a Garretson team that has had a lot of points scored against them so far this year. But, certainly positives on both sides. But, Centerville better get some good rest. Got to go back to work Monday and face a good Del Rapids St. Mary team next Friday.
Yeah, for sure. Talking about Garretson a little bit more, their defensive line held up really great in the run game.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I do want to point out, and it was clear and evident right away that Centerville wanted to come out and establish the ground game, and Garretson stepped up to the challenge and played a pretty good run defense throughout this one, although there were some busted coverages and some busted defenses here and there. But you look on the other side, yes, Centerville did probably not want to allow 20 points to be scored, but hey, it happens. They get a win. 37-20 your final score, and next week's going to be a really tough matchup. Joe, let's talk about some scores and finals. There should be quite a few finals from across the state.
Yep, it's getting toward the 10 o'clock hour. First of all, in 9AA, Viborg Hurley bounces back. They beat Gayville Vollen 42-7. Let's see, from the area, Bonham over Scotland Menno, 50-0. Parkston over Kimball White Lake, 26-0. Tripp Delmont Armor, Andy Central Dakota Christian for Corsica Stickney, 48-12. Elkton Lake Benton over Freeman, Marion Freeman Academy, 40-12. Hang on here. Hit the wrong thing. All right, let's see. I think that'll probably do it for area scores in 9AA. How about 9A? Again, the final here, Centerville 37 and Garretson 20. Howard, the number one team in 9A, no problem with Dubrook area, 55-0. Alcester Hudson over Irene Wakanda, 56-6. And, of course, you see those scores scrolling across the bottom from South Dakota score feed. And that should do it for 9A. 9B from the area. Again, Del Rapids St. Mary over Arlington, 54-0. Defending 9B champion Avon over Burke, 60-7. Let's see. Moving down there, that should be the area. How about 11B from the area? Elk Point Jefferson.
Squeaks by.
Squeaks by Mount Vernon Plankington, 36-33. Cole Larsh has to be a little happy with how close Mount Vernon Plank played a good Elk Point Jefferson team tonight. McCook Central Montrose over Beersford, 20-7. And Flandreau over Parker, 19-6. 11A, well, Vermilion, no problem with Lakota Tech, 55-0. Canton, who plays Vermilion in the Dome next Friday, beat Dakota Valley 20-13. Lennox over Custer, 52-0. And Del Rapids over Madison, 30-13. Tri-Valley edged Millbank, 14-13. And 11AA, Watertown leads Yankton, 27-13 up in Watertown. 4 minutes left to go in that game, and that should take care of the area scores.
Well, Joe, it was probably the most basic night of football in South Dakota, if you want to say.
Oh, no doubt.
There weren't any upsets for the first time in a long time. Mount Vernon Plunkington kept it close against South Point Jefferson. But other than that, it was pretty stock, and I guess if there were lines on games in South Dakota, I think everything went scratch there.
Yeah, it probably did. But now, like I said, for the 9-man schools and 11B, depending on that, if they had a bye week after their first game, or they'd had a bye in their first game and started last Friday and stuff. Boy, like we said, now that it's September, it's not a slippery slope yet, but it will be in a week or two.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to kind of round things off for us here in Centerville. We appreciate you tuning in to our broadcasts, both the junior high and the varsity broadcasts. Looking forward, however, we'll hear from Joe. I think Joe will be on the call next week in the Dome.
Yep, Vermilion and Canton, yep.
Yep. But looking forward for Centerville, and I just clicked off of it, so please hold. Centerville looking forward. They play Irene Wakanda September 27th, so we will have that game here. I'll be on the call. I'm not sure who I'll be with, but I'll be here. Bealey hopefully will be here, and if we can get Joe, we're getting Joe.
Okay.
Yeah. Joe,
well, thanks for letting me tag along.
You don't have a choice, Joe.
You and Spencer, thanks for letting a rookie camera guy work. So.
Well, you call yourself a rookie, Joe, but I'll tell you one thing. And here's the deal. I grew up idolizing figures in South Dakota, especially in the field of, I guess, communications, everywhere from public address to broadcast media and you were one of those figures, and I want to say that it was really cool to call a game with you.
Yeah. And, my pleasure.
It's one of the coolest things I've done. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So, it was a fun game tonight in Centerville, and got a win under our belt moving forward. So we'll see if we can keep stacking them. Big game next week for the Tornadoes as they move to 2-1. Well, for Joe Van Gore on my analysis, Spencer Bewley on production. I'm Charlie Preen. Good night from Centerville.